You are the champ. Believe me, you got more guts than you got sense. Yes! I love it. I am back! Woo! You win. Perfect.
Trust the profits. It's the formula here. And we probably got a couple people who are out there now. People will be walking in very, very shortly. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am just getting set up here. And we have 9 minutes until race 1 starts. It has been cut down to a 4-horse race, unfortunately. These things do happen. These things do happen. It's unfortunate when they do, but we get around it. We figure it out. How's everyone doing out there? Intro playing. Welcome back. Thank you. Thank you, Cliffy Shades. Appreciate that. I'm going to be pulling up the past performances of the horses. Un momento here. I hope. Uh-oh. Spinning. Things are happening here. I hope my computer may crash in a second. If that's the case, I'm going to have to just restart here. I think we broke. I'm just trying to share a screen, guys. Come on. We can make this. Hey, there we go. All right. Miracles do happen. All right, let's become Saratoga. It says seat. Okay. Apologies. Let's background here. This is more painful than it looks. Okay, well, I'm going through. There we go. That's the problem. Not responding. Okay, so we've got 4 horses left here. The 1 horse, Gino Hollander. Gino Hollander. It's fun to say. Currently sitting at 3-2. Looks to be a bit of a closer here, but I've also got this horse having the best jockey, trainer, sire combination of the group. The next horse up here, the 2 gets scratched, highly flammable. Therefore, we've got no odds on that horse. Air of Defiance, currently sitting at 7-2. That's what the horse opened up at even before the scratches. This is a horse that I think is the likely pace setter here, horse that I am digging currently. Get Her Number, horse that's been around for a while. We've seen this horse run a few times. This is the 5 horse. After the 4 horse scratches, Pray for Peace. Get Her Number opened up at sub 2-1, currently sitting at even money. Is that all right? Hold on. Let me hit the play button here. Getting some struggles here. 6 minutes to post here. 15-1 now that we're down to 4 horses, sitting at 8-1. So yeah, we got 6 minutes to post here. I've got some things in the background going on. No, I don't. Things are struggling. I am not getting even money feelings on Get Her Number. I don't think the horse outclasses the group. I don't think the horse outpaces the group here. We've definitely got a lot of pace in this field. The only horse that is a true closer, I would say, is the 1 horse. And in a 4-horse field, it's very difficult to see those closers make it happen unless the other 3 horses really get themselves into a measuring match, if you will. I think the early speed is going to come from the 3. I think the 3 is fairly good at maintaining early speed. 5 wins in 10 races, 8 times in the money. At 7-2, I really like the 3 here, honestly. I like it better than the 5, especially at this price. 4 minutes to post. I'm just gonna knock it in here. Hold up. Hold up. There you go. Oh, I forgot to hit the magic button here. Hold on. Well, it's gonna come out. There we go. Pick is in. Anytime. Anytime now. I need a reboot at some point. Okay. New computer soon too. I do like the 3 here, even at 3-1 that we're getting. 3 minutes to post here. I think it's got early speed. I think in a 4-horse race, early speed is enough. I like the way this horse is paced out. Median lengths to median lengths to the first place horse are solid. 3 race improvement. I don't see why this horse isn't the favorite with you, but we'll see. I'm curious to see what the comment section is. Do all of you guys have Get Her Number, the 5 horse, going off at 1-2, or are you guys in agreement with me that the 3 horse is a good one to beat here? Curtis Stinnett, Exacta, $10, 5-3. Good luck to you there, Curtis. Good luck to you. Is that an Exacta box or is that straight? Are you playing that straight? I'm guessing because you put the 5 first, you're playing that straight. So just a little assumption on my part here. Okay. Multiple things going in the background here. A little too much for the old computer. Yeah. Load up the new past performances, which I failed to do today. That's why it came out showing Saratoga. Funny stuff here. All right. Bobby D's got an Exacta box 5-3. All right, good luck to Bobby D. James White, pick 3. Got 3, all 7. So yeah, some of you guys are like me. You're really digging the 3 horse there. Whoops. Cancel that. Print all races. Yep. And I'll be able to get that PP for the next race. Get those past performances showing in a second here. All right. Horses are getting a little closer to the gate. Getting to know the situation here. To start closing down windows. Things are not happy here. All right. You guys had a good weekend. Hope you guys are anxious to see some more lounge here. It's going to be me and Sean tonight. We've gotten a bit here. Feisty Feline Meows. Hello to you as well. Hello, kitty. Yes, crack myself up. All right. Where are they going? 1 minute to post. Let's get it loaded up here. I am ready to see some horses run. Yeah, we miss you guys too. We miss you guys too. A lot of things happening this summer. A lot of people getting busy, short staff, and of course, this is a labor of love. We're not exactly getting paid a whole lot for Trust the Profits, so it's a pleasure to be here. We have a great time doing it, and we do it when we can. But sometimes it's a long one too, doing a whole slate of races like this. So sometimes life takes priority, which I'm sure all you guys can understand. All right. All right, they're approaching the gates now. I am destroying my computer. Good times, good times. I will try to call the race. We can't share. We can only share when we get races like Woodbine, Assiniboia, and those types of races. Yeah, so we don't have the rights to show Churchill Downs. They would probably try to shut us down if we did share it, or at least um, destroy our current our current broadcast. All right, they are off. The 3-horse getting out in front, as I expected, getting himself a nice lead, at least early on there. But all horses are pretty darn close, including Get Her Number. Went off at 3-5, currently holding about a length off of the 3, but the 3 looking pretty confident out there in first right now. Get Her Number is trying to push in a little bit, only half a length off now. The 1 trails in that 1 lane behind. That is Gino Hollander, Global Sensation behind by a few lengths there. Air of Defiance still looking pretty good there, getting pressure still by Get Her Number, the 5-horse. Now the 5-horse, as we pass the flag and the tree, is starting to come up even on the 3-horse. Get Her Number is now out in front just by a nose, but on the outside edge. Let's see what happens when they come around this turn here. Let's see if the 3 can hold up. 3 holds up nicely there, comes out strong out of the turn, but so does Get Her Number. 3 horses, 3, 5, and 1 are going to be battling it down the stretch for a win. Air of Defiance currently out in front, but still plenty of battle left in Get Her Number. 3-horse looking strong down the stretch. I think I made the right play here. 3-1. And Let's Get Her Number has some magical moment here. Looks like the 3-horse. Air of Defiance coming in first. It is 3-1-5. Clock it. We're gonna play a draw for that because we got ourselves a profit win. Oh, I can't even remember what we play when we win. It's been a moment since we've been on here. Here it is.
Baby, look at me. Look at me.
It may take like 4 minutes.
Your money, and you know what else? You're a big winner tonight.
We specialize in making stacks on stacks on stacks on stacks.
You're a big winner. I'm going to ask you a simple question. I want you to listen to me.
You're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee it.
Who's the big winner here tonight at the casino? Huh? Mikey, that's who. Mikey's the big winner.
Big winner. Mikey. There we go. Love to see it. Oh, we got we'll pace ourselves here. Brutal pace here. All right. So now we wait, see what our payout is. Hopefully we got some other work. Hopefully we got some other people out there who had the 3 up there as well, or had some winners. I know I definitely saw some people who had the 3. James White off to a solid call there with the 3. Singled 3 all 7. Good luck to you the rest of the way on that, James. I think you got the next race covered, so it's all about hitting race 3. Good luck to you. Curtis Stinnett, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Who else we got out here? Nice call, James White. Oh, yeah, thank you, James. Thank you. Sirkin Demir, who won the 3-horse one, Air of Defiance, the 3-horse in race 1 at Churchill Downs, won at 3-1. So that's why we're celebrating. We had that one for $10 early on. Turn top form. Oh, thank you very much, Brad Brothers. Thank you very much. All right, what else we got here? The guy's been missing for years. I know he'll come back though. He's the one who started it. He started the lounge. It's his baby. We don't want to take that away from him. And I have a feeling at some point he will come back. Yeah, absolutely no problem there. No problem. Glad we could help you out. The 3-horse did win. Hope you had him as well. Indeed, indeed. All right, so now we're just going to wait for the payouts there. Hopefully we had some other winners. So as I mentioned, James White, you got off to a good start there with your pick 3. Always good to start with that monster single. We had a few people who boxed up 3 and 5. Unfortunately, the 5 was unable to maintain for second place. So you missed out on that one. But we got plenty more races. We got 7 more races coming. Ooh, well done, Kyle Graves. Well done, Kyle Graves. I didn't even look up how much that's going to pay. I guess I could look at that now. Oh, ooh, looks like it's going to pay out 12 on a $1 bet. So you are off to a very strong start there, Kyle Graves. Well done. All right. Let's get the ticker. Let's get the ticker moving here. And it's got to edit it, right dates in there. 6, 11. All right, so I'm going to update this. It's going to be at $90 right now, but we're going to add right back to that as soon as we get the official pay out. All right, save and show. All right, current bankroll, starting bankroll is 100, current bankroll is 90, but oh, it's official now. They've got the numbers up already. So let's see. I got to do some math here, guys. Hold on. I got to do some math to figure out how much we're up. So $8.56 on $2. So let's see. Oops. This would equal, I mean, get out the calculator, right? Get out interest, divide by 2. Multiply times 10 equals, we're going to add 4280 to the kitty. So just as soon as I added the ticker there, I'm going to have to add to it. So 4280 goes back in. 32.80. And yes, indeed, we are off to a healthy start. This should keep us going for a bit. And show the ticker there. Splendid. All right, easy enough. That's how it's done. So now let's move on to race 2 in a moment. Should be seeing Sean Padnold join us. Thank you, Cliffy Shades. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. We've got a whole bunch of people who are going to be winning tonight. I can tell. I can tell we got winners in the lounge. Only winners. May not always be us. It'll be you guys sometimes. I bet it's going to happen. So we're on to race 2. All right. Let me see if I've got past. There we go. That's what I wanted. All right. Let me drop it into the right spot, though. Oh, boy. No politics. Yeah. Get that out of here. Zoom out. Okay. So I'll share the past performances with you guys. We can have ourselves a little group discussion here. All right. Okay. Zoom in a little bit more. That was race 1. Scrolling down to race 2. Oops. And let's see what we got here. Bounce back out a little bit. So this one, longest race of the day. We got a maiden race here coming up at 8.5 furlongs. That'd be 1 16th mile. Purse is 48K. Maiden claiming for 20K. Maidens 3-year-olds and upward. Start at the top with Can't Stop Willis. Francisco Arrieta's the jockey here. Cameron Milligan, the trainer. Nyquist, the sire. This horse has been mainly racing in Oaklawn Park. Okay. If we go back when he was trained by Eddie Milligan, ran a bunch of 110K maiden special weights at the distance. Never really got too close. One time got 7th place. 4 lengths off. That's the closest. Then went to Cameron Milligan, started dropping down in distance, 6 furlongs, didn't do the trick. Went to a mile, didn't do the trick. At 9-2, yeah, I'm not seeing a whole lot to grasp at here. Got a 3rd place here out of 7 at 6 furlongs. It's the best we've seen from him so far, getting Francisco Arrieta up. That's a new jockey here. 20% in 5 races out of the last year for the jockey and trainer. Shipping 11%. I'm not seeing a whole lot to hang my hat on here, but let's see what happens. Standard deduction, 6-1, Edgar Morales. This horse was recently claimed from Chris Block. Troy Newton is the current trainer, and by my standards is the sire. Last time out, 5th place, 10 furlongs. This horse has yet to go 2 turns. We've got 1 turf race at a mile. Other than that, it's been a bunch of dirt races at 6 furlongs or 6.5 furlongs. Is there a reason for that? Okay, the horse starts out and back. First call, 5 lengths, 7 lengths, 5 lengths, 5 lengths, 4 lengths, 4 lengths, 4 lengths, blah, blah, blah. At the fairgrounds here, you can see the horse. This is the best race the horse has had. You start off 7 lengths back, close to be 3 3/4 lengths back. second place in that race, bounced back at Churchill, changing venues. Didn't look so great there, though. Adding on distance, but usually what I look for is that they're making up ground, and I'm not seeing that here. Maybe it's within the times, and I didn't do my analysis on that necessarily, but I'm not seeing it here. First time blinkers 20%, but only 5 races. First time after claim 17% in 18 races. So this could be a claiming situation for Troy Newton. But it's interesting that he's going sprint to route here, and you just haven't seen evidence that that's what he really wants, other than this one race at Fairgrounds, right? That's the one that I can point to. If anyone wants to jump in here in the comments, feel free to. Okay, here we go. Alamjad. We've got Jose Ortiz and Joe Sharp. In the last, let's see, 219, they're 21%. At the meet, the jockey and trainer 29% in 24 attempts. This is one that bounces out to you. This is one that pops out. The last 3 races have all been 8.5 or more, including a couple races he's got there at Turfway. Definitely that race right before the claim from Andrew McKeever did not look impressive here. Something happened. Weekend, it says. First time going to dirt. It was 22 lengths back. Still not worse, though. 12-horse race, and he was 9th in that race. Shocker. But that last race he has here, right? He's going 9 furlongs. This is a horse that stays a little bit further back. It's fading back. Then at second call, 5 lengths. By the stretch, he's ahead by a head, but then he lost it towards the end. So I guess they're cutting back in distance by half a furlong here, seeing if that's the right magic juice. So yeah, we'll see. Maiden 20K. This horse looks like it's in the right spot. Could be the day for Amjad. Gentleman Jim. And I have not looked at scratches yet. Maybe I should. Yeah, just a quick scratch check here. Am I going? No scratches in this race. So I'm good to go. G to G. All right, Gentleman Jim, Luan Machado, Ben Colebrook, the trainer, Flame Away, the sire. This horse is second off the claim here from John Ennis. Last time out, 5th place, 8 lengths back at a mile on turf. Let's see if he's done the distance before. No, not yet. He's adding distance on. Luan, he's a jockey who's good at distance. He likes to sit back and strike. Let's see. Look at this Keeneland race here. I want to see what this is, because this looks like his best race. He came close on this day. 7 furlongs in a maiden 85K race. So he started off 2 lengths back, pressured down the stretch, and then ended up just under 2 lengths behind Kokum. He likes to be pretty close to the pace. I would call this just off the pace, although this last race seems very uncharacteristic. That was the first one with Luan Machado. That almost seems like more of a Luan race than it does a Gentleman Jim race, just purely based off of what I'm seeing here. Could also be that Ben Colebrook is trying to do something specific here. In 72 races, 10% for Luan and Ben Colebrook. Not fantastic. And I know those two have met up before at Turfway. So curious to see what happens with Gentleman Jim here. Let's see. What does it say? Second off the claim is 33%, but that's only in 3 tries or 3 attempts. Second start with trainer, 29%. Okay. There could be something there with Gentleman Jim. I know someone, Cliffy Shades has 147 as his top 3 for this race. So that's one of those horses. More cheese, please. BJ Hernandez, Chris Hartman, and More Spirit, the sire here. Last time out, went the distance of this race at Oaklawn Park. Was in the lead by 3 lengths, and then ended up fading to 3 lengths back in 3rd place in that race. Race before that, in the lead all the way through, going a mile, and then boom, faded 6 lengths back in that one. How's conditioning here for this horse? So 5 furlongs, 1 minute, 4 furlongs, 47 seconds. Running great workouts there, fast workouts. So what are we going to see from this horse here? This is probably going to be a pace setter. I'm going to guess right now I have this horse listed as a pace setter. Jockey and trainer for the meet, 14%. Good to know. Disappear. Second race for Disappear. These horses are always tricky. You never know what happened in that first race. Sometimes conditioning's an issue, and you see, the horse, dropping a 58 speed figure. This is BreezeNet. finished 11 lengths back, was close to the pace early on, faded. But you never know what happens with these horses because conditioning can be tricky. Sometimes you get it in the second or third race. But Disappear, Byron Hughes, Martin Garcia, Good Magic, the sire, solid sire. Yeah, in that race, it looked like he was trying to maintain, faded, and just kept fading in a 5-horse race. He finished dead last, 11 lengths back. So not much you can say from the let's see, second career race for the trainer, 9%. That's kind of what I'm looking for here. Shipping 7%. Not feeling very scared of Disappear right now, but yeah, sometimes you have to throw out these early races. Sometimes you look for what they do in their recent workouts. Sometimes you look at the trainer, right? Second career race for the trainer, 9%. So I'm guessing this isn't a horse that is going to catch us by surprise, but that's where you can sometimes find the clues, right? Looking in those areas. Now, Surfin', this is a horse that's bounced around quite a bit. Sorry, I'm bouncing around a bit. Christian Torres, Take Charge Indy, and Aaron Shorter. Was trained by William Martin, Greg Compton, William Martin. Greg Compton, currently trained by Aaron Shorter. Last time out, 17 lengths back. So this is a horse that does like to keep it pretty close to the pace. You see 2 lengths, 2 lengths, 2 lengths, 1 length, head, 2, 1, 2. Horse is going to be close. A couple times he's actually maintained this. Like I said, not in the last race, but if you look at the second to last race going a mile, he maintained it pretty close with the current jockey, 1 3/4 back at a nice price too. It's 17 at 18 to 1, 10 to 1. You're getting on this horse right now. So there's some shreds of evidence here. You don't like the last race, but also second start with trainer 5%. Well, you don't like that either. Jeez. I'm hoping to see a little bit more here from Aaron Shorter. Let's see. Some of the best races are with Christian Torres, though. If you go back to this one in Keeneland, third place, but he was less than 2 lengths off at the end there. This one, well, we forget about this one. We'll forget about that one. Yeah, he's got 3 races here with Christian Torres. So that's pretty positive. He's got a decent jockey here, which is more than he can say about most of these races. Moving along, we are at the end. We've moved along all we can. So let's alt tab over. Let's hope I didn't miss the race talking the whole time. We've got 11 minutes to go here. Feel free to drop in your comments, whoever you're picking, etc., etc. Where's Jen? Is she lurking? Maybe she thought we weren't doing this anymore because it's been about a month since we've done this. But yeah, we shall see. Hopefully Jen joins us soon. Always like to have her here. I'm going to look at my notes and see who I have. Feel free to drop your picks in the comments. Yeah. And let's see if we all tab over. Current odds, the favorite. So Kevin Kilroy likes the 6. That was a horse that we just talked about, Disappear, the horse coming out of Indianapolis that he's got that horse number 1, and then he goes 5-3. I get the 5. I don't get the 6. I wonder what he sees there. I don't think the workouts have shown that this horse looks spectacular. And I'm not like Riders Up Tim. I'm not exactly great at taking a look at a horse and saying, "Ooh, that one's ready." I look at numbers. I look at data that's in front of me. Not to say that Tim doesn't, but I cannot eyeball a horse and say that horse looks like best turned out, whatever that means, right? So Alam Jad, currently sitting at 8-5, is your favorite. After that, we're floating on over to the 4, Gentleman Jim, and the 1, Can't Stop Willis. More Cheese Please, I think, is going to be the definitive pace setter here. But it's 8.5 furlongs. So that makes it a little tricky. I think that horse is definitely going to be there pace-wise. And I don't think the field is so strong that I think he's going to completely fade. But the question is whether he's good enough to go gate to wire. So as I'm putting together a ticket for this, last race I just went a straight win, and it was lovely. I enjoyed that. I know you guys did as well. I'm going to look to include More Cheese Please somehow. I don't think I'm going to do a straight win, but I do like his last race. I do like him at the distance, even though he is a pace setter. He wants to be, at least from the last 2 races. Yeah, I'm going to play around with this a little bit here. We've got 8 minutes left. And so far, I am the only person in the lounge. Fine with that. Fine with that for now, at least. Yeah. Okay. What are the options here? 5 and 3. 5 over 3 is paying 17 on an exacta. 3 over 5 paying 10 on an exacta. So that's some food for thought there. I mean, if you look at purely jockey and trainer and sire, which is a stat I like to look at just to sort of course correct myself, it's the 3 for sure. Joe Sharp, Jose Ortiz. I mean, as long as the field sets up, this is a deeper closer, I would say. This is a horse that's going to be sitting further back. But if everything sets up for this horse, it should be there. Looking at the 5, yeah, I've got him as the definitive pace setter, and I'm not seeing a whole lot of pace pressure either. So this could end up being a very slow race that he just sort of takes off from. Maybe I will just drop 10 on the 5 here, because at the current rate, if that's paying out 5-1 and I'm right, that could be solid. I think he's definitely going to be there. I'm even thinking about the 5 as a win place option here. Okay. I've been talking for a while here. Let's start going through this. So we talked about Cliffy Shades. He's got the 1, 4, 7 as his top 3 for race 2. Thank you there. First bet, Bobby D. Exacta box 7-1 with 3 and 2. Good luck to you there, Bobby. If I'm looking purely at pace, let's go back to that. I do have the 5 as the early speed. If there's any pressure, I do think it's going to be from that 7. Maybe the 1. It's either the 7 or the 1 that are going to be pressuring. I think historically, if you look at the 7, he's been closer to the pace, but the 1 showed a little bit of it last time. That's what I'm looking at. Other than that, I've got a bunch of horses that are sitting pretty far back here. And all my pace metrics really do show that the 5 is often closer to the pace, if not setting the pace here, than the other ones. Yeah. All right, what we got here? Lloyd Green, 1 is the co-fave in the doubles. Hey, that's a great thing to note. That's a great thing to note. The 1 is surprisingly up there. Co-favorites in the doubles, and currently 8-5 versus 3-1, and also the 4 is 3-1. But yeah, these are definitely interesting places to get information to understand how the public is betting right now. Yeah, if we look at the doubles, yeah, that is interesting. The 1 is sitting at 1563. The 3 is at 1594. The 4 is at 2019. So yeah, those two are very close in terms of what they're paying out coming back from the last race. Going into the next race, it definitely seems like it's the 3, but in a lot of these pools, it looks like the 1 is not that far off. Yeah. In most cases, at least. Fun times, fun times. All right. Yeah, and then in the exactas, it definitely seems like the 3 is favored over the 1. You get some. I don't know what happened in that doubles pool. That is interesting. If anyone has any ideas, feel free to drop them in. Third fave morning line, yeah, third fave morning line, but by how much? Because the 3 was sub 2-1, right? It was 3-2, and the 1 was 9-5. There's a bit of difference there. There's a bit of difference. Yeah. Somebody believes in the 1. Absolutely. There's at least one person who believes in the 1 a whole lot, and that person may own that horse for all we know. Let me go back to sharing so you don't have to stare at my big face here the whole time and how much I haven't shaved. All right. Let's scroll back up to the top. me alt tab back over and just see what my odds are here. We got 4 minutes to post. Odds on the 5 moving around a bit. Just trying to think of my options here. All the options are on the table. I'm definitely going to be including the 5 in these. More cheese, please. Currently at 4-1. Odds are getting hammered. Don't like that. Don't like that. Question is, I know people like the 3, but the 3 is a closer. Does the 3 have enough to close out in this race? I mean, if you look at this race here, he was sitting pretty close. This race here sitting pretty close. So it's a matter of odds. In this race here, yeah, in a 4-horse race, going 9 furlongs, bounced back and forth there a little bit. 4 to 7 to 5. Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna do. Let's keep it simple and hope for the best here. I'm gonna hit the buzzer first. Any moment. All right, exacta box 3-5 for $10. So I'll deduct that from the bankroll. Call this a $5 exacta box. $5 exacta box, because I'm boxing it. It's actually $2 for each of those bets. So, so 5 times that is $10. So if this, we'll see how this pays out here. Let me change the ticker to subtract 10. Now we're down to 122. And what I'm thinking here is exactly what I've been saying. I think the best horse here is Al Amjad. I'm not sure, but because of where he sits and because of the pace setup here, I think the 5 does have a distinct advantage. I'm not sure if the 5 is going to be able to hold on for the win. Looking at the odds right now, sitting at 9-2. I mean, that's not bad. But I want to see if I can get myself an exacta here. And like I said, I'm torn between who I think is going to win, the 5 or the 3. I am leaning towards the 5, but I think there's a better chance both will be there in first or second than I am at whether I'm going to be able to pick one of these to be the winner, or the 5 is the one that I really want to win because you're getting 9-2 on them. If I flash over and look at the current payouts, or the probables, I should say, if it's 3 over 5, we're getting 11. So 11 times 5. If it's 5 over 3, we're getting 16. Well, now it just changed to 15, or 15 times 5 is what it would pay out. So that's what we're hoping is going to happen. If you guys have more thoughts, feel free to drop them in your comments as they are loading up. Jenny Mac is in the house, everyone. Jenny Mac is in the house. Race 2. She's got 2, 5, 6, 7 with a win place on 2, 6. Good luck to you, Jenny Mac. But only as far as the 5 goes, if I'm honest. And we've got Bodick in the house. 2 with 4, 5, 6, 7 at Churchill, and they're off. What's going to happen here in terms of pace? It looks like the 5 is trying to get out in front, as I predicted. Called the pace again, but the 7 is going to give him some challenge. 5 is out in front by a little over a length, I would say, as he rounds into that first turn there. 7 is hanging on in that second lane as he is trying to give some fight to the number 4 horse. More cheese, please. More cheese, please. Went off at 6-1. Now I'm wishing I placed a win bet. 6-1 and more cheese, please. Surf and M now out to about a 3 or 4 length lead. Slow down. You don't need it. But at 24.51, I'm okay with that. That quarter mile speed, not too bad. Can't Stop Willis went off as the favorite at 8-5, which is crazy. And he is way back. It is looking too easy for More Cheese, Please. I would say that he's going out too fast, but at 48.90, that is not super fast. class plays a role in this as well. The Peloton is catching up. More Cheese Please currently has about a 1 1/4 length lead, which is closing down now. The 7-horse Surfin' M is really trying to pass. Wow. As soon as I went past that flag, he gained another half of a length on him. Surfin' M is going to try to take the lead coming out of this turn, out of that second lane. Let's see if More Cheese Please can hold up at 1:14 3/4. More Cheese Please still has the inside lane. He's fighting Surfin' M. Where's my 3-horse? My 3-horse is way too far back. I'm going to lose this bet no matter what. The 7-horse at 13-1, currently out there in the lead. Can't Stop Willis giving him some fight in the back, but also we've got Standard Deduction. The 2-horse at 13-1 coming in here. My 3-horse is finally coming out, but coming out a little bit too late as early speed was too much. The 7-horse, 7-2-1. Ooh, I did not call that one. Too much love on the 5 and didn't call the 7 at all. 7-2-1. All right. I know some people had that. I feel like whoever I just wrote here. So Jenny Mac, Exacta Box 2, 5, 6, 7. Congratulations. You got a win there. You didn't get a win place, though. Oh, no, you got a place on the 2, right? Did I read that right? I said 7-2. Oh, they're taking a look at it. Maybe I was assuming it was the 2. I'm assuming it was. Yeah, it's the 2. It's the 2. You got the place on the 2 at least. That should pay out nicely. 2 went off at 13-1 with 13-1 on top. That Exacta Box is going to be a monster. Whew. Good job. Good job. Oh, you already, Jenny Max already got a comment about that. 370 Exacta. Okay, Jenny. Jenny and Bodick. I think Bodick also had this. 2 with 4, 7, 6. If you've got that boxed, you've got it. I hope you had it boxed, Bodick. He said boom, so I'm guessing. Told you to claim that one too. Okay. So I got to ask Jenny, if you can write it in the comments, what did you see about the 7 and the 2 that made you box them in there? Or did you just not like the favorites in this field and that was enough for you? Boom for Bobby D as well. If anyone wants to tell me why they like that 7, and we can go back to here, let's give the 7 some love here. Surfin' M. So like I said, this horse bounced around a lot. Oh, right. Yeah, I do remember this. Last race was horrific. You crossed that one off. I didn't see a whole lot with second start with trainer at 5% here, but you can see this last race when he had Torres. I do remember talking up Torres. Okay, I remember that. I'm curious to see if that was Jenny's reasoning as well or Bodick's reason. I really want to know what you guys saw on that horse, so please share. I love learning about what other people see in these races. 7 stiffed the claim race. Okay. 7 had good last class. Okay. All right, guys. So some love for the 7 there. Let me look at my notes on this one too. Just my little internal notes. Yeah, the class wasn't enough for me. Obviously, it was enough for you guys though, because that paid out pretty nicely. Had the 4 in there on class as well. Let's see. Now she knows how Rex was feeling in the late stretch with his win. All right, guys. Too funny for me. Yeah, definitely on earnings. I could see it there. Man, yeah, good call. All right, we got big winners out there. These payouts should be coming in pretty soon there. 7, 2, and 1.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, Sean Patrick Nolan is joining us.
Hello, friends.
Look at that. Good to see Sean Patrick Nolan. Guys, you haven't
How
seen
you guys doing?
So, Sean,
Whoa,
we
look
got
at
a
the
win in
bankroll.
race, but we did not in race 2.
Okay, but we got to win the first
We
race.
got a
That's
bankroll
awesome.
now. We got some money to play.
I love it.
Yeah, I just played straight up win bet, and that worked.
Yeah, fantastic.
And by the way, check the comments. Let's see, Bobby D, Bodick, and Jenny Mac all had winners here, and this was a race where we had 2 13-1s in first and second. So there's some pretty happy profiteers out there. Yeah.
Wow. Great job, Jen. Bodick and Bobby.
Yes.
Fantastic. That's great. That was a tough race, huh? Yeah.
That was a
Wow.
tough race. I thought I had it on speed. I thought I read the profile, but I also knew that at 8.5 furlongs, that the speed having to hold up was going to be a bit of a struggle.
Yeah.
And the horse did struggle to hold it up. And then the closers ended up coming in, which surprised me a little bit that the 3 didn't get up there, because that was the best closer. The other horses did maintain a closer edge. The pace was not that strong, but you know, it is what it is. The race is in the books now. The exact on $2 pays out 370.
That's amazing. You saw that. My God. Hello.
Yeah, we got a couple people who hit that at least. 3 people who hit that at least. I think Bobby D also had the exact in there as well. So he's
nice job, Bobby.
Cashing out his chips. Yes.
Woo.
Jenny Mack had it. Bodick had it. Great job to everyone.
Sweet.
And if anyone had the odd even winner, it pays out 210.
All right, there you go.
I love it.
Love it. Hammer it. Hammer it.
Hammer it.
Exactly. Hey, Curtis, how are you, buddy? All right, well done, sir. Well done.
Yeah.
How long do we have until
now that Sean?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, we got time. We got 24 minutes. I did want to say, now that we're on race 3 and Sean is here, announcements from the prophets. We were talking to Tim the other day, and he said that at least for right now, the door's always open for Tim in the future, but he does want to step away from Trust the Prophets. He has a lot going on in his life. And as we've told all of you guys, this is a labor of love. A lot of time is put into this. We're not, YouTube isn't cashing out major checks to us every week. We just love doing this. Make a few dollars here and there off the videos, not a whole lot. So we totally understand. Tim wants to do other things right now. We've got another person lined up to run with us next week, and we hope it works out with him. It should be a lot of fun. But yeah, Tim is stepping away, unfortunately. I'm sure he will show up in the comments section. He might even show up as a guest speaker from time to time. Even if it's for one race, the door is wide open for riders up Tim.
Sure,
just as it is for Colin Sheehan, right? If any of those guys want to come back and hang out, but I know Colin is doing different things. He wants to do his own thing, so I don't think he's coming back. He likes doing his own thing.
Right. Yeah.
So just wanted to make that announcement. If you see Tim on the streets, go ahead and kick him in the shins and let him know it's from Trust the Prophets. Oh, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, of course.
Absolutely.
Are you guys talking about that race Renegade won? Well, it wasn't the Belmont, that's for sure.
That wasn't the Belmont. No.
Belmont, no.
Maybe Oaklawn. His race at Oaklawn was nice, but he hasn't won since. Exactly. It really wasn't a factor.
I just want to put it out there. Jenny Mac, no, we did not ban Tim. We did not use his own tool against him. Just throwing that out there.
Right. That's great.
Lloyd ran Tim off. No, it's not about
Lloyd did not run Tim off. No.
But like you, we do miss Tim as well.
Yes,
it's good having him in here.
Yeah.
And as a person who met and hung out with him in real life, glad to have met him. Can't wait to see him the next time. He's just a great guy.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yep. Perfect.
We're not gonna turn the page. We're gonna scroll the page.
Exactly. Looks like we have a 2 to 5 shot in this next lovely race.
Yeah, we do. There's one sitting there at 2 to 5 right now. We'll get to him pretty quickly. I will run through this very quickly as I can. Let's see if we have scratches in here. Looks like we don't have scratches. We have 7 horses entered in.
Ain't good.
So 7 furlongs, 16K claimer with a 55K purse for fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and upward. Non-winners of 2 since April 11th. So I gave the Tim news on a classic Tim race, a non-winners of 2 since.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, it's
right.
Yep.
So let's start at the top with the number 1 horse opening up at 9-2, which is Sunset Harbor, American Freedom, William Stinson Jr., the trainer with Gabby Sanchez. Sorry. Gabby Saez as the jockey. Sanchez. Where did I get that from? Recently claimed by William Stinson. This horse was with Carlos David before that. Let's see, we're talking 7 furlongs here. This horse has run 7 furlongs a number of times at Tampa, at Gulfstream, has fared fairly well. He's got a win. If we look back to January of 2026, that would be of this year. And he's come in second place his last 2 races, including here at Churchill Downs when he was 2 lengths off in a 6 furlong race. Got a little sloppy in that race. So if we got some slop here, might want to keep that in mind with this horse. Keeneland, race before that, 4 lengths off for a second place finish there. This is a horse, I'm just looking here, it looks like other than that last race and maybe a couple others, not afraid to stay pretty close to the pace. It does seem like he's either on the pace or setting the pace in most of these cases, 1 length off or by a head, giving a little pace pressure for Sunset Harbor. Argon, Nyquist the sire, Irad Ortiz Jr., the jockey, and Rohan Crichton, the trainer, another horse that was just recently claimed. Oh, one thing I want to say, first off the claim for William Stinson, 22%, since we are talking about the horse that just got claimed. Going back to Argon here, same for him, 24% first after the claim for Rohan Crichton. This horse has been running a lot of 2-turn races, was last out with Chris Hartman, and was setting the pace in an 8.5 furlong race, gave up at the end by a nose against 5 other horses there. Had a win before that with Sarah Schaefer as the trainer, 8.5 furlongs, Oaklawn Park, gate to wire there. Nearly went gate to wire in the race before. I'm sensing why this horse is sub even money right now, because we're looking at a horse that in 8.5 furlongs is dropping down to 7, was setting monster paces, and also pretty much clearing the gate at the end there, or coming pretty darn close by a head or by a nose. This is not a horse that paces and fades. This is a horse that paces and sustains. So I get it. The number 3 horse, My Bossy Lady, 7-2. Jamie Torres, Gennaro Garcia, Street Boss the sire. We got another horse that was just claimed off of Brad Cox. Last time out with Brad Cox, Irad Ortiz ran this horse, 3rd place, 3 lengths behind. This is a horse, let's see, last time out definitely showed closing ability. Previous time, though, he was sitting just off the pace and faded. Before that, he was just off the pace, maintained, but grabbed a 2nd place finish there. Curious to see how he's going to be running under the current trainer, because I feel like he's flashed a couple different styles here, but mainly I would say this looks like a horse that sits on the pace. Ooh, I gotta get my laptop plugged in. I'm getting warning signs.
Never a good thing.
Hold up. Yeah, I'll scroll down. We got Street Painter next.
Yep.
Whoopsie. Street Painter coming out of Street Strategy. Well, I say coming out of. People don't like that because they think it means that. Anyway. Sire Street Strategy, Aaron Shorter, who I believe just won that last race. Christian Torres got 3rd place last time out with Christian Torres, going 6 furlongs in the slop. Let's see, before that was at Oaklawn, running 6 furlongs there. Started off a little bit closer to the pace, 3 lengths off, but then faded big time. Don't know what happened there. But those last 2 races at Oaklawn definitely seemed like disasters for this horse. Opening up at 12-1 Street Painter. Black Ginger, the 5, 15-1 Ben Curtis, Dennis Robertson, American Freedom, the sire, another horse that was just claimed. We got a lot of first-time claimers here. 14% for Dennis Robertson, as this horse is claimed off of Kent Sweezy. Last time out was pressuring the pace and faded, but before that, under Elias Lopez, was pressuring the pace and maintained with Jose Ortiz, looking pretty strong there at Keeneland. As I said, 14% off first claim for this horse, for the trainer. First Hill, 5-1. Amir Mendoza, Jade Cunningham, the trainer, West Coast, the sire. Second time off the claim here. This horse was running in Oaklawn for a while before this last race at Churchill, was very close to the pace, applying pressure, and then faded 6 lengths back by the gate there. Sorry, by the wire. But at Oaklawn, looked a bit stronger, I would say. A lot of pace pressure here coming from this horse. Kind of maintained toward the end there. 2 lengths off, then 1 length off here. This time he completely faded. But there have been some good races in there. 6 furlongs seems to be this horse's bread and butter. Now they're stretching it out to 7. Second after the claim, 18%. We got a lot of horses in here who have trainers who are pretty good at claiming off of that first and second race. And finally, Proto Magic out of Proto Nico. Probably saying that wrong. Mario Gutierrez.
Oh, Britanico.
Britanico. Yeah, as soon as I went through that, I'm like, wait, that sounded wrong. Sean will correct me. I know it.
No worries. No worries.
Radina Barrett's the trainer. So yeah, this horse, Keeneland, Turfway Park, Churchill Downs. Last time got a win was at Turfway Park in March of this year. 5 lengths off, 4 lengths off, and then got a victory by a head there with Irvin Moncada. Yeah. All right. So that is the field per the past performances. Sean, do you want to give me any thoughts you have on race number 3?
Yeah. Okay. So my first horse here in this race was the 7, Proto Magic. That is my top pick. Radina Barrett, Mario Gutierrez, who stays with this horse after 2 solid races, both the Keeneland and at Churchill Downs versus the Lowndes. Now, this horse is 0 for 8 at Churchill Downs, and I know this guy's numbers aren't great, but what I like about this horse is that the one horse, Sunset Harbor, had 2 good solid races in a row. Mario rode that one. Obviously, he's a new trainer, but now jumps on Proto Magic instead of that one. Sometimes trainers, when horses are running well, they like to keep the same jockey. But Mario jumped to the 7. What I like about this horse is that there's a lot of speed in here, and that this could be the type of race. He showed an ability to close. What I didn't like, if you look back, even like in 25, the horse did come in third in the $16,000 claiming, which is this level, and then kind of got into the lead and kind of tired versus 20. But he showed an ability again to run on this track. There's so much speed in here that I think Proto Magic could be definitely the value play here on top. The second horse, and I put Argon in the in second. I'm worried about the cutback from the. It's one thing to do the speed at 1 mile and 16th. It's another to do it 6 and 7. If you look at this horse, he did a Churchill Downs win a 6.5 furlong race back in at September of 25 with Declan, and he held firm. However, there's a lot of other speed in this race that could make his life a little bit tougher in the front. Yeah. And if you look at him, for the most part, around the 1 turn, he doesn't keep that speed like he does around 2 turns. So I know that a lot of that money right now is going because Irad's on him. I think if you had another rider on him, he probably isn't 1 to 2 or whatever, right, or that low. So I think this is more of an Irad play rather than a automatic lock play. So I am not picking him on top. I'll put him second, but I'm a little worried about him with all this speed trying to carry it going 7 furlongs. And my third horse was I went with the inside horse, Sunset Harbor, gets Gabe Saez, Stinson. And this horse has put 2 good races together. And I like the fact that he claimed him for 12.5 and brings him back to 16,000. That shows that the trainer likes what he's seeing to move him back up after claiming him at 12.5. Yeah. And so I do like that move. So I am 7, 2, and 1.
7, 2, and 1. All right. Cool. Yeah. Cool. I went in a slightly different direction for the most part. Sure. So I'm just going purely off of my my formula numbers here and who I like. Let's see. let me traverse through this real quickly here and make sure I got my story straight.
Yeah.
Where did that go? Yeah, my top horse here is actually one that you didn't mention. I'm going to play the Tim card. You didn't mention my top horse.
Exactly. Yep.
Tim loves saying that. I feel like those were his favorite moments as well.
They were, absolutely.
We go through everything we say. He's like, well,
you went through all that. You didn't even name. You went through all that. You didn't even name my horse. Is that right?
Yeah, exactly. The nerve of you guys. Yeah, my top horse here is going to be my Bossy Lady. So what I have rated on my Bossy Lady is that this is the best horse for the park. And it showed up for me in a significant number, right? So my Bossy Lady, especially with the number we're getting on the horse, last I looked, 8-1 on a horse that opened up at 7-2.
Yeah.
I mean, this horse kind of stuck out to me a little bit, right? If we go back to the PP, this horse has been claimed around a few times. Was trained under Brad Cox. Seems to be really good at the 6 furlong distance. Had a couple good runs in there. It's had a couple bad runs too, but also getting Jamie Torres. I like that. And first off the claim, 13%, not outstanding, but claiming 18%, sprints 15%. I think you just get a huge value here if that 8-1 or anything close to it holds up. But I also think that this horse has been really solid at the park. So that's my top horse here.
Absolutely.
I did like Sunset Harbor, the one horse, a lot as well. That horse actually stuck out to me. And that horse stuck out to me somehow more than the two. And maybe it's because of what you said. And if we look at Argonne again, right? I think this is what you're alluding to. So if this horse runs on 6 furlongs, you see a bunch of ones in there, but 6 furlongs, that does not look good, right? Started out in front, but then 5th, 7th, and back by 8th. And then we look at these two races here, right? You get a 10th place back by 17 lengths, 4th place by 8 lengths. This one, okay, you can make a point that got off to a bad roll. But this one, but first call was in first place, getting challenged here, and then just a huge fade back. And you look at these 3 races, there's a win stuck in the middle, but then 4th place by 6 and 5th place by 8th. So that's interesting to me. And I think that's why the two just didn't stick out in my numbers, is probably because it picked up exactly what you eloquently said. So my next one here is Sunset Harbor. I like the ratings for this horse in the distance, like this horse in the surface, I like this horse second best at the park to the 3 horse. And I like, so this horse in terms of pace, I feel like has good finishes with the hottest of the paces that we've seen. And then my last horse here is going to be the 4 horse Street Painter here. So the 2 horse has the best jockey trainer sire combination. The 4 horse has the second best, and you're getting some major value here. I feel like this horse has the best win. Got a 100K victory. Let's see, which race was that? I'm guessing that's a maiden special weight win that this horse got. No, it was an optional claimer, but 100K purse optional claimer win a while back. You know, not a whole lot since then. If we were running in the slop, I would give it a more favorable rating, but also like the race times I've rated as really good. Winnings per race I've got rated as really good for this horse. He's going to be sitting a little bit further back, but like you said, the 2 is going to be setting the pace here. I think the 6 is going to be applying a ton of pressure. I think even the 5 is going to be coming and putting a little bit more pressure on there. And at 7 furlongs, if this heats up, you know, you're starting to reach that point where you could see a little bit more fading. So I've got them in order there, 3, 1, 4 in a 7 horse race. And if I were to give you another horse, I would throw in the 2. There's a lot of talent there, and IRAD is very difficult to leave out of a top 4 and 7.
Sure. I do think, I mean, can this horse win? Absolutely. But I do think this is a total IRAD play. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are just playing IRAD for IRAD, you know?
It's a good underlay situation.
Yeah. And you get, if you like another horse, you could get value on it, you know? Any horse, you know?
Yeah.
That's why the ones
you look for these opportunities where you see something like this, right? Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So, Sean,
Yes, sir.
with 6 minutes left. I had the first two races. I'm going to cut out of here in a little bit. I'm hoping to join back on.
Okay.
After some time, but I want for us to take here.
Oh, I think I lost you there for a second. Oh, did we lose him? All right. Well, he may be having some technical.
Oh, did you? Oh, crap.
And now you're back. Now I can hear you. Oh, you're going in and out.
Am I back?
Yep. Now I can hear you. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So do you want me to take this one or do you want to take it?
You.
Me. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
This is your race.
So,
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. So yeah. So I honestly think this is one of those fields that where I look at a race like this. I don't like the 2. If the 2 beats me, I'll tip my hat. But anything that he comes in with will be relatively cheap. I have my play. So I'm just going to simply do 5 to win a place in the 7 and try to beat this 2. That is what I'm going to do because I think there's so much speed in this race. Your 3 is an interesting prospect at 6 to 1 because he definitely, and he looks good on the track. But I just have a feeling the 7 might, who ran against arguably better last time, can definitely get involved in this race for sure. And Mario Gutierrez is just having a revolutionary year this year versus what he was doing before. There's going to be a lot of speed in here. So let me see who everybody else has here.
I'll punch that in for you.
Thanks. Here, Curtis Danette. Hey, buddy. Has a try box 1, 2, 3, 6. And let's see who else. Kyle Graves. Hey, buddy. Has a try key box 1 with a 2, 3, 6, 7. Good luck, Kyle. Hey, greetings from Caracas, my friend. He likes the number. Ale likes the number 7. Hey, you with me? Good luck. Bobby D has got 2, 4, 3, 6, 5. He's throwing my 7 out. That's fine. Thanks, Lloyd. Hope our 7 does. Hope we do good there. Cliffy Shades. Hey, buddy. He's got 1, 6, 7 as my top 3 horses. Good luck. And Harry Hampton's got 1, 7, 3, 2. And Corey Atkins likes a 7 here, too. So, okay, we got some. And James needs a 7 for a pick 3. Let's go. Here we go. Like that, my friend. So let's get it home here. Yeah, the first Flightline baby runs tomorrow. Greenwell. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Very exciting. It'll be interesting to see, like, if his offspring run like he does. I mean, there's so much expectation in breeding. I've always said that it's very interesting to see. Are they the same? Just because? No, Josh, we can't show the race, my friend, because CDI Churchill Downs does not allow you to show their races, and they will.
Once we start doing Woodbine again. Then we'll start showing the races because we do have a nice little agreement with them. Tip of the hat to Sean. Thank you very much for orchestrating that. But yeah, like Sean said, we have to get that permission from each track to show the races, unfortunately. We'll talk you through it. I'll do my best to call it, but I know my internet connection has been kind of spotty, so we'll see what happens there.
Bodek's got 3-1-7-6. Churchill with a 3-2 straight play. Good luck, Bodek. And Jenny's got race 3 exacta box 5-7 and win place in the 5 and the 7. Good luck, Jenny. As they start to get towards the starting gate. Derby 6, City 6 carryover, $36,000 beginning this race. If those are the type of bets you like.
Wonder what the odd and even pool is. Oh, I love the odd and even pool. So
the five,
hilarious.
the five definitely looks on his toes here. Looks like he's ready to go out the gate early. 2, 3 to 5. The IRAD bettors.
Yeah.
Lemon. Mario getting his goggles set. That's a good thing. I always like to see the jockey focus. Ale likes the 7. Love it. All right, Lloyd's taking a fly here. All 2. I like it. Okay. Saying I don't know who's going to beat him, but someone's going to beat him. I like it.
You might get a price.
Yeah, and I feel like that, Lloyd. This is not a bad play at all, bud. Seriously.
Yeah.
Especially with him going 7.
Yeah. All right.
Going
Just
in.
prepping myself for the car cast in a second here.
Exactly. Everybody get their Uber. Everyone get their Uber Eats orders in now. Exactly.
We're doing DoorDash formula.
Oh, DoorDash. Okay. Oh, DoorDash. Yeah, he'll be delivering.
Hey, before we say that, we should get some proper representation for them, right?
Exactly.
They are off.
They are off.
They're off. Looks like the 2 is getting out there early, getting out there to an early lead, getting challenged. It looks like probably by the 5 horse there, but the 2 is in the inside. The 5 is on the outside of him. The 2 of them are out in front of the rest of the group. Black Ginger giving pressure to Argon, only half a length back, but the rest of the horses are probably about 4 lengths back of him, which includes First Hill, My Boss Lady. Argon went off at 1 even money, maintains that lead right now, 22-16. So we're seeing a fairly hot pace here, 7 furlongs. That's not super slow, not super fast. The 6 horse breaking away from the peloton and is looking to advance on the pace setting horses right now. Argon still maintains that lead. He's got it by about 3/4 of a length on first Black Ginger. Black Ginger is still giving pressure, but Argon is really trying to push through that turn there, taking it pretty strong. Black Ginger is fading back a little bit. The rest of the horses are starting to catch up, but really Argon is way out in front. Your even money horse here. The rest of the horses are just clobbering each other. Proto Magic is starting to make a move there. Proto Magic coming in strong, getting challenged by Sunset Harbor. The 2 of them are rubbing against each other for second place right now. Argon is going to have a nice victory here, even if these other 2 horses do make it. It looks like the 7 horses starting to inch out. Who's going to make it there first? I think we got it with 7. The 7.
Yep.
So we got the place money on the 7 for whatever it pays out.
Wow, 22, 44, 110, and this horse held on. My God. The Rohan Crichton magic. Right? The Rohan Crichton magic kicks in again.
Yeah.
He's so good claiming horses.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, I almost did. I mean, we're all geniuses. I almost did just the exact 2-7. I think some people.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let's see.
4-1 on that 7. 4-1. So that place. I mean, we'll get something back on our $10 bet there on that place.
Oh yeah, exactly. Jenny had the 7 to win place. Okay, there you go. Let's see here. Let's go back here. Curtis had 1, 2, 3, 6. Kyle had tried key box 1 with the 2, 3, 6, 7. So that hit. The 1 came in 3rd. Good job, Kyle.
Not the 1 though.
The 1 came in 3rd, didn't he? I think the 1 came in 3rd.
Yeah, the 1 came in 3rd.
Yeah, so he has the try. He had
I think there's a delay on my audio. It was.
Oh yeah, no, bro. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 6. Yeah, I should have just done 2, 7.
Oh, got it.
Harry is 1, 7, 3, 2.
Cash out here in a second. I'm just waiting to see what we make on that place. I'll put it into the ticker.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
And then I'll join you in about
Be
20
back.
or 30
Yeah.
from the car.
Yeah, no worries.
Probably
No
20.
worries.
It's not going to take.
No worries. We got it.
But good call,
We'll talk-
Sean, on Proto
we'll talk-
Magic.
We'll talk some Belmont here coming up too.
Ooh.
An exciting week up there
Yeah.
for sure. What a performance by Golden Tempo! My God,
What a performance.
if you had been there all week, folks, with that speed, whew, no one was winning from the back at all.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lloyd. Yeah, no, he ran his race. It just couldn't. That Irad was just too strong up front. I almost went 2-7. Those are my two picks, but
Yeah.
I just thought a 3 to 5. I wanted to try to beat him. You know.
Yeah. That's what we're here for.
All geniuses after the race, and the 2-7 paid. 2-7 you paid 16, which isn't that bad. But it was paying 4 at one time, and that's why I didn't go for it, because I'm not going to play 4 to win 8.
Yeah, we were getting good odds on that horse for a while, and then
And it went up to
bottom
7.
fell out.
Who was 4th, Corey? Let me check for you here. But the 4
The 6, First Hill.
was 6. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
2-7-1-6-4. Yep.
That is your order.
Yep.
It is now official. 2716 is official. I just want to see the payouts.
Hopefully we get like 3, which is not that bad. We'll take it.
That's what I'm thinking too. Yeah.
Like 320, give us 320, 340. I'll be happy. Take your losses, go to the next race. 396. That's almost like winning.
Getting your money back, yeah.
You lost 10 cents. That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's kind of winning in racing.
Yeah, so I took 10 out. I'm going to add 990 back in.
There you go. All right. Fantastic.
Why did I bother doing anything? Oh, good times as always.
Yeah. How
If that's all
impressive
it takes to win, right?
How impressive was Englishman?
Whoops,
My
hold on.
God. That was what a weekend for Sherry.
I gotta show, hide. There we go. Yeah, Englishman. Hell of a race. I thought of going back to Englishman.
Yeah. And man,
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
his cruise velocity got right up to him, and he remembered. He said, "No, not on my track," and just absolutely just dominated him.
Not again.
Yeah. Bavard said he'll never run against Englishman again. I said, that
Whoops.
was just
Hold on.
whoa. That was crazy.
Okay.
That-
I'm coming. All right.
Yep, there
See you,
we
Sean.
go. All right, buddy. Have a good one. Thanks, my friend. All right, everybody. How we doing out there in land? Did we have a good Belmont weekend? Did we have any winners? Seniors Day. Oh, it was fabulous to meet Mike. I have to apologize to Mike, by the way. This is great. I met Mike, and he and his two lovely people. Lovely people. It was an honor to meet them. And that we're talking. I'm with my friends and we're talking. And Mark Hennig's horse wins. So they didn't hear me. So I said, I'll be right back, because I had to go in the winner's circle because Mark's horse won. And they're like, where'd he go? I was like, I was in the winner's circle because Mark's horse won. Exactly. So, and my friend Brandon Badgett, who is his stepson, was in charge because Mark was down in. So I had to go represent them while they were with Brandon while they were back. So that was pretty cool. Exactly. But it was great to meet him and his wife. Lovely people. And I hope you had a fabulous time, Mike. Hope you enjoyed Saratoga for sure. It is one special place. Hello, Attila. How are you, my friend? Nice to see you again. Yeah, only 1/5 short, exactly. And how good was Nitrogen? Man, she all the people that said she was done, boy, did she show her stuff that no, I am not done. and I'm far from done. She was so impressive, just blowing out her field. There were some great races this weekend, but yeah, no, it was fun. It was fun. I was up there Thursday through Sunday. A little rainy on Sunday, but gorgeous weather. Other than that, some great racing. Naira did a really good job on the Belmont thing. They did a great job, which was fun. They even had some celebrities there with Uncle Yachty and Lil putting their horse in the Belmont. Made that kind of fun. Everyone was yelling broccoli at him. But Nisos, Kurtos, how close was he? Impressive was he? He was amazing. I was so proud of Antiquarian. I saw the handle was down 20%, Jenny. Further to do look great, Harry. Very, very impressive. And he proved that he's not just he can only win at Keeneland. I don't know if he can win against the group that he kind of showed against the big boys. I don't know, but he was quite impressive, and that will hopefully build his confidence going forward. But Nisus was amazing. I was so proud. Let me tell you of Antiquarian. I know he came in fourth, but look at all those horses. Knightsbridge is a sprinter. Nisos is like a miler. I mean, he ran against 3 milers. And Antiquarian needs 1 1/8 1 1/4, but they tried him, and he stayed right with them. He did not lose by that much, which shows just how strong he is this year to have those horses who basically focused at a mile, going up against him, and he stayed right with them. So they were absolutely thrilled, and Johnny V was thrilled with him. Broke right on top and tried to take it to him. It's so hard to take it to milers when you need 1 1/8 1 1/4. But look for my boy Antiquarian to have a good year, especially when he goes back to the 1 1/8 distance, the 1 1/4, which he's more accustomed to. But hats off to and Knightsbridge ran the race of his life and still lost to Nisos. I mean, that's how good he is. The only thing about Nisos, I will say, okay, is that he loves fast, rock hard tracks, and that was very that was a NASCAR track. That wasn't even a horse race track. That was a NASCAR track. They were Junior went 43-4 in the Bed of Roses and still almost won. It took Ways and Means to run the race of her life to even catch her. That's how speed favoring that was. It was ridiculous. No, Mike, the rain really did not. It did help more. Yes, more people were coming from behind with the rain, but it was still on the lead. But it was yeah. But Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday was literally like a merry-go-round. You had to be near the lead, or they were just gone, which is quite amazing. But but it did. But it did remove it a little bit. And, so they'll be back up in Saratoga in, 3-4 weeks? And we'll see if that track continues to go that way. But that was exciting. Yeah, Nitrogen was just another level. She was so impressive. And the Belmont was fantastic. I mean, Commandment couldn't run any better other than to lose. I mean, talk about a hard loss there, Chief Wallaby, too far. That was just too far. Junior made the perfect move around the stretch and just had nothing. Absolutely nothing was left in the tank. 1 1/4, way too far for him. Look for him to cut back like a 1 1/16, 1 1/8 mile versus maybe go to the Ohio Derby or the Indiana Derby, one of those guys against a little bit lesser competition, and then can be much more competitive there, not versus these big boys. Renegade, I didn't like him against the pace, but he had really no excuse there. He didn't even show up at all. Was surprised by him. I didn't bet him, but he didn't show up at all. But it was a fun, some great races, some great turf races. Test score in defeat ran huge. And how good is determination? My God, that horse gets deterministic. Excuse me. That horse gets absolutely no respect whatsoever, and all he does is just win grade ones. Him and Kendrick just have this like connection that's like unreal. So I mean, so hats off to the Clement family and all that stuff. Okay, so we move on here to the fourth race. 12 minutes to post, and we have the 3 and the 6 are scratched here. And if we look, it's still a field of 10 here. And I'll read the conditions here for us. Is 5.5 furlongs restricted to the Kentucky breds. Horses is sold for $65,000 or less, which I love these races. You can't have some monster come in and make it the 3 is out and by Grace, and the 6 Honky Tonk Girl is out. So it still leaves us with a field of 10. I mean 8, excuse me, and just let us know who you guys like here. I always like to see who you guys like. Yeah, it definitely helps there. Yeah, the early part, it definitely makes a fast track for sure. Kyle Graves has got 10 to win and place in the 4 here. Look at this. He's going right away. Let me see who this Althezia, Timothy Ham, and Mario Gutierrez. Yeah, okay, there we go. Out of Liam's map. You can't do wrong there. Liam's map, very, very solid. And Timothy Ham's very good with his first-time starters and 2-year-olds, 14%. Hey, Jay Worm, how are you, buddy? Yeah, isn't he that horse? It's just so class. But Test Score, I'm glad to see Test Score come back and run his race. He was ultra impressive. But so let's see here. Is Irad on the 4? Oh, let me see, my friend. I may be wrong here. I had Mario Gutierrez. Yep, Irad has replaced Mario Gutierrez here. Okay, so let's go for our top picks here. Okay. My top pick here, a little biased here with the Woodbine graduate here as a father here. He's only 0 for 1 with his sires, so very small sample size here. But this is an interesting race when you look at this race. You got the 10 outside Sir Winston, the Mark Casse Belmont winner for Tracy Farmer. Tracy Farmer brings this baby right back to Mark. And look at his workouts. 25 out of 132, 14 out of 119, 2 out of 45. I mean, this horse has just been working consistent, even at Churchill Downs. 14 out of 119 and 25 out of 132. You don't see that very often. You know, like for a 2-year-old, because these are 2-year-olds, correct? 2-year-olds. I mean, you don't really see that often. And from the outside, Jose can go right to the lead. So this horse is definitely a very interesting horse. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Jenny, just Eclipse Award guy. Well, at least Mario's won 2 derbies, which I can't say. So at least you know, Zach. Yeah, and exactly. You missed him. I know. I don't blame you. We all do. But yeah, exactly. So now here's an interesting horse that I'm intrigued by, and I want to see what the board says. Bobby D is exacta box 1-8-10-7-4. The 7, it's the 23rd. Okay. Hess is not known for his first-time starters. Okay. Is not known for his first-time starters. And Manny Franco was on fire this past week. He is just continuing to ride on fire by Attila. I mean, he won like 6 races on Belmont Week, you know, which is interesting. So when you look at this race, and exactly the 10 is definitely going to be there, exactly. But the 8, Lady Lux, if this horse runs their race off the first race, this field could be in trouble. But interesting, and look at the daily double, $4.22. I mean, that's amazing. The 10 is getting some play at $11 here. But the interesting horse to me here is the 7. It's the 23rd. Gretzky the Great has only had one starter. So, I mean, so that's a very limited start. But if you remember back when Julien Leparoux was out in California just killing it, you know, Ron Hess and Leparoux won many, Bobby Hess and him won many races out in California together. So they're back together here. 12-1 morning line, 4-1 bet down. And Hess is not usually one of those guys that's a big first-time starter winner. And the fact that they're playing this horse to me, and I handicapped them on my own, saying, "Oh, interesting. Leparoux's back with his buddy Hess from the California days." These are the type of horses that he can strike with. So I think at 4-1 is very interesting. The 8 is ultra live. The only thing about the 8, I will say this, and let us know what the was interesting about the 8 that I saw that kind of gave me a little red flag, is that this horse ran a great race and was second by a length and a half. But if you notice, was by second by nose, a half, and then a length and a half, right? It was second best at Cardio Cat. But the interesting thing is it goes to 5.5 furlongs, where it was stopping at 5 furlongs. Now that obviously that race could have tightened them up like a drum, and this horse could win by, 4 or 5 lengths going away, which is obviously what Hey, Christoph, how are you, D'Souza? Likes the 2 to win in place and the 2-8-1-4 exacta try box. Good luck, bud. Thank you for joining us. So you look at this, and that's the one thing I kind of looked at this 8 and said, okay, we're going a half furlong. Can this horse sustain that pace? So we're trying to see. So I'm going to keep it simple here because we're on the top. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. But so I am going to, my bet here, I'm going to put it in the chat here. I'm just going to do a simple, because I really can't pick between the 8 and the 10. The 10 looks interesting and really has some crazy workouts here. But I'm just going to go, again, like I did. I'm just going to do 5 to win in place in the 7. And because I love the fact that Leparoux is back with Hess. They had so many wins. And often when you've been with a trainer that long, you know what the trainer is looking for and how to ride their horses. And this is the type of situation where I like this horse. I like his workouts. I like his this is where, absolutely. Until it's going with me. So the official bet is 5 to win in place in the 7 here. Obviously, I was boxing something here, I would box the 8, 7, 10. I don't think it's a very long shot race. I think those 3 are the best. But you never know. I know nothing. Doug O'Neill, Luan Machado. It's interesting. The 4, Althesia has IRAD, the huge move up that is, out of Liam's mat. So I just think it's the outside horses to win here. But let me know who you guys like, most importantly. That is what we care. And if you win, we will applaud you as always. Got to see my friend Sovereignty work out this weekend. And a lot of jocks love Del Mar. Bobby, that is definitely true. Got to see Sovereignty work out this weekend. He looks absolutely fabulous on his way to the Stephen Foster. If he shows his A game, they're going to be very tough to beat him, especially at that distance. He's definitely ready. Curtis got an exacta box 1, 2, 8, 10. Christopher's got a $5 daily double 2-1 with 6, 7. And Bodik's got a 1 with the 2, 7, 8, 10 at church. Good luck to everybody. Cliffy's took the 1, 2, 8. Good luck, my friend. Yeah, this is a wide open race. This is an interesting one. And we're 2 minutes to post here. 8 looks very good on the track. The 10 looks very good on the track. Both favorites not looking definitely looking the part here for sure. Be interesting to see what. Haven't checked this. 7 looked very good on the track too. So all 3 of and even the 1 that was taking some money looked very solid on this track. Yeah, Woodbine changed to 3 p.m. Right now, so they'll eventually go back to 5. But thank you, sir. Always appreciate it. Did anyone hit any long shots at the Belmont meet this week, or did they not? Jay Worms got exact key box 8 with the 4, 7, 10. Good luck, Jay man. Always great to see you, my friend. Enjoyed our time at Keeneland. Oh, hey, Michael Doherty. How are you? Very good money here in Ireland for Irad's horse. Yeah. Yep. And 7 to 1. Great price. Great price indeed. I know this weekend, the big weekend this weekend is at Delaware Downs. Oh, here's Jenny's pick. Have to give her pick. Exacta box 2, 4, 5, 9 in win place in the 2 and the 4. Good luck, Jenny. Oh, not bad at all, Michael. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, they are. That is some great money. I know Irad. Who we got? We got Irad, Jose, Junior, Louis, Johnny Velasquez. They're all at Delaware this Saturday for the Delaware Oaks card, which is a very, very strong card. They're all heading up to Delaware for the Delaware Oaks card, which is always a big day. That used to be the biggest female race in the country for years. And Todd Pletcher would always bring down his number 1 filly. That race really often determined the filly of the year, and that was always the best race. So a lot of history in that race for sure. We're heading to the gate right now. Here we go. Good luck to everybody. 2 feeling a little feisty here. 9 going in. 2 doing his best can dance here. Whoa, 2's a little bit feisty here. Still trying to get the 2 into the gate. 4 is not yet in the gate. Waiting for the 4 and the 5. 4 being a little hesitant here. This is what happens with babies. James got across in the 4. Good luck, James. We're okay. Can we get the 4 in the gate now? 4 didn't want to go in the gate. Oh, the rider's off. These 2-year-old babies. You gotta love them. 2 and the 4 may be going back to gate schools pretty soon. Cameraman's it's like an earthquake here at Churchill Downs. I think we've got them all in finally. And they're off. We've got a big beginning here with a 2 going right for the lead there. The 8 right on his flank. We got the 4, the 9, the 5, the 1, the 7, and the 10 but is too lucky lollipop at 14-1, trying to take him wire to wire. Lady Luck's right on the outside. Althesia is sitting perfectly in third right now. Saint Domingue, the long shot, 44-1, 23-1 for the babies. 9 right behind them, 1, 7, and 10. As we go around the far turn, and Lady Luck's trying to dominate right now. She's trying to take this race to the front, and looks like she's doing so. The 2 is trying to stay with her. The 4 trying to come up solidly on the lead. The 5 down the middle to no avail. The 1, the 10 starting to move on the inside. But right now, Lady Luck's looking quite powerful. But the 4, once again, trying to come on. Althesia on the outside and at the wire. It's the 4. Althesia beats the 8, 10, and 1. Great picking by people. 7-1. Irad Ortiz. Back-to-back winners. Boom with the $16 Irad winner. Jenny wins. Boom. James White. He wins. Boom. Love it. Let's see here. Exacta box. What was it here? Was it 4? Yeah, 4-8, right? 4-8 is it what it is? Yeah. Which means that J Worm, boom, love it. J Worm with the win. And then let's see. Bodick had 1 with the 2, 7, 8, 10. No, okay. Christopher had a daily double. Let's see what else here. No, Christopher had the 2. They're good for a while. Bobby had a 1, 8, 10. Oh, Bobby. Oh, he had the box. Oh, wait a minute. He had the box. Okay. Bobby had the exacta. Nice job, Bobby. Love it. Oh, look at this. All the winners in here. Love it. And Harry Hampton with the 8, 4, 10, 1 box. He got that. Good job, my friend. And look at Kyle Graves just coming right in. 10 to win in place in the 4. Bingo. That's what we love to see right there. That's what we love to see. Great job, Jenny. Great job. Everybody who had it. That was great, yeah. Even Michael, our Irish friend there, he got Michael Doherty. Did you play the Irad at 4-1? Good job, my friend. Look at that. Very nice plays. Very nice plays. Yeah, I consider the 4. I went with. I thought that Julian would show speed out of the gate. He showed no speed at 9-2. But the $4 daily double down the tubes. The 4 took some money, not in the double, which is interesting. I mean, they did take some money, 23, but he was the 1, 2, 3. He was like the 5th double. So, and Churchill Downs is usually the most honest doubles pool. So the that was crazy. Hello, sir.
I'm back.
Yeah, wow. That 4. Everyone in the chat was much smarter than me that race. Look at that.
You know, at first I was off the 4. I was on the 1.
Yeah.
And then when I saw that Irad was on the horse, I'm like, how did I not have that horse higher? And then
seriously,
I realized it was Mario Gutierrez who was supposed to be on him originally. As soon as I plugged in Irad, all of a sudden he bounced up my list.
Right.
But maidens, man, firsters. Mixed bag.
Yeah, no, he ran impressive. The thing I didn't like about that's what I didn't like about that 8 is what it and they ran a hell of a race, but it went from 5 to 5.5, and I didn't like and he was kind of slowing. He's a 5 furlong horse. You can tell it was a she. But yeah,
Yeah,
excuse me,
Lady
but
Luck's.
yeah, but she likes that 5 distance, but she gets to the 5.5 and starts to. But Althea, to their credit, ran one hell of a race, and Timothy Ham is so solid there with first timers and 2-year-olds. So.
Yeah. Indeed.
But very, very solid winner there for sure. So, Foreman, what were your thoughts, my friend, on the Belmont weekend? Any thoughts? Any overall on any horses stand out to you?
I mean, so in my picks, in the picks that I sent out, I did have the trifecta in my picks, but my key was Renegade, who came in third.
Yeah.
So I technically had it there, but I didn't have Golden Tempo high enough to say like, ooh, I really crushed it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I really wanted to pick Golden Tempo.
Yeah.
But I kept thinking to myself, well, you know how the speed's set up in the Derby. Is this going to be one of those times where it's like Mystic Dan, or it's like Rich Strike, where, hey, you got the right setup and everything.
Right.
And after Belmont, I was going back to all the Golden Tempo races, and I kept thinking, why did I discount Golden Tempo for the Derby? And I kept seeing these moves being made by Golden Tempo, where the horse was like coming on the outside, as a lot of closers do, right? Because you're trying to avoid all that traffic, and then trying to dive back inside towards the rail. And I kept thinking, what is going on? Jose has to be smarter than that. Just take the straight line, but he was trying to do some sort of move there. And I kept thinking, well, maybe this is something where it's like the horse, right? Like what we saw with, I can't remember the horse's name now, but it was Sandman. Where the horse was just a little wonky and not necessarily controllable as much by the jockey. And I thought, well, maybe that's the case with Golden Tempo, and I should avoid. And there were a couple like warning signs around Golden Tempo, despite the fact that he showed up to me as being the best closer.
Right.
And I went back to those races, and I went back to the Derby. I'm like, well, in the Derby, he ran a straight line.
Yeah.
He took off. He stayed on the outside. Boom. Get me to the finish line.
Yeah.
He did the same thing at Belmont. So I feel like whatever I discounted him for having before, and keep in mind, he came in third place in both those races where he took that weird turn, and a close third place too, right?
Yeah.
He was close in both those races, so the talent was there. So really what it just reaffirms is that Golden Tempo is just an extremely talented horse.
Yeah.
Right? I think that's out there. That's one thing you can put out there. Commandment, I think, put himself back out there after having a down Derby, 4 wins in a row, 10th place at the Derby, I think, or 7th place, something like that. Commandment comes out of that race looking good. And now it's 2 races in a row where I was high on Emerging Market, and I got to rethink that.
Yes,
but
absolutely.
I mean, you got to start in first place and say Golden Tempo, bravo, Cherie DeVoe. I mean, Jose Ortiz, that whole combination, running those long distances, keep it coming.
Yeah.
And the pace wasn't super hot.
No, it was not. No.
And Golden Tempo still looked huge.
Yeah, 23 and 48 is not by any means any still one.
No.
Which shows so any of those people that think the rain helped it right before. No, that didn't even affect the track at all. He was just the best horse on the best day.
If anything, it should have helped out the early speed.
Yes, right, exactly.
And that's why I thought Emerging Market was going to be a good play, because not to say Emerging Market has early speed, but Emerging Market showed in the prep race he ran, I think it was Louisiana, where he was like close to the early speed. He maintained it, and he looked strong at the end. And I kept thinking, man, if he just pumps out Louisiana one more time, he's going to show us like a really strong G1, like high level race.
Yeah.
But yeah, we saw Louisiana and then didn't see it again at Kentucky, didn't see it in Belmont. And so I'm scratching my head like, okay, maybe Louisiana was a fluke, even though Golden Tempo was in that race.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
And as you remember, I was very high on Golden Tempo, coming into the Derby because Yeah, because even in that Louisiana Derby, which is a mile and 3/16, he stop, but then at the end was coming on again. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Yeah,
that's the
it
move
looked like he
that you
checked
want.
out.
Yeah, but that's the move that you want. Going into the
Yeah.
Derby. But before I
Yeah.
do something, I forgot here. Lloyd, great job, bud. He had 8 or the 4.710. So excellent job, bud. Hopefully got that exact. Fantastic job, Lloyd. Yeah,
I
but
hope that
exactly.
boxed.
So I, as you know, Sherry's a friend of mine. It was speed all day, all day. I'm like, I don't know how this horse is going to possibly, right? I bet him across because, of course, I had him, good in the Derby. So I said, I can't leave him out. So I put him, but there's no way watching that track for 3 days that I thought any horse. I threw Renegade completely out because how's he going to close 17 lengths on this track? It's like a conveyor belt. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And to Golden Tempo's credit, I could not believe when he was coming.
Yeah. I actually kept Renegade in.
Yeah.
So I was doing doubling down. I got the first leg. I was very happy about that because that was actually my top play. And I think I got it at a price in that first leg. It was fairly decent price.
Yeah.
And I think I went, two by two in that.
Yeah.
And then I had Emerging Market and Renegade. And I threw out Golden Tempo because I thought at least Renegade, when he's closed in the past, has closed from like first call, second call, 4 lengths back, 3 lengths back. Right. And I thought, well, he's a strong closer. If the speed isn't there, then I think he can at least be in a position where he can, plow through and do what he did at Keeneland.
Yeah.
Or even in the Derby, you can say. I mean, he ran a real good second place there. I thought he was better positioned in a lack of early speed race.
Yeah.
But I was wrong.
Exactly.
But Golden Tempo, proved he's one of the boys.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And by the way, and how can you not love Bookham Dano? Is there a more solid horse than that? That was, except
Dano,
I have to say this. To the poor connection to Bettor, right? The Breeders' Cup Sprint Champion, right? The people from Bookham Dano should send a fruit basket to the California horse and Frezu, who absolutely just ding dong battled the Breeders' Cup Sprint Champion. He looked over like three, like, what are you still doing here? What are you still doing here? What? And he took the lead. I thought he was going to beat both of them for a second, and then Bookham Dano finally caught him. I'm like, wow. I did not expect that 20-1 shot to stay with Ben Donato as long as he did, Yeah,
no kidding.
That was amazing.
All right.
Crazy. All right. So we will move on to the next race here.
Yeah, we got 4 more races left.
Yes, we do. In 5th race, on the turf, 5 furlongs. Allowance 127,000 non-winners of 1. Purse $127,000. And we lost the 1 here, correct? Is that what we
lost the 1.
Yes.
Sinister 6.
Yes, exactly. So this should be an interesting race for sure. And exactly. So let's see what we got here. Yeah, this was, I found an interesting race for sure, because and of course the people love. It's amazing. Like anytime you see a 5.5 furlong race, Wesley Ward, people automatically just look.
They plug him in. Yeah.
You're like, where's the Wesley Ward horse?
Now
and
I'm looking.
This is an interesting thing about Wesley Ward, and I find this. I've won a lot of money with him, and it's an interesting little factor here.
Okay.
He's deadly in the beginning of the year. His 2-year-olds run so well in the beginning of the year. Yeah. But in from June to October, they don't run nearly as strong. which is
Really?
interesting. His numbers decrease greatly as you get towards the middle of the year,
Okay.
which I find fascinating. You know,
That is interesting.
it's happened like 3-4 years in a row. You know, so it's interesting to see his numbers don't quite go as much. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just an interesting little tidbit that I found. And other than the one winner he had this weekend, his horses did not do. How about this stat formula for this weekend? Yeah. Right, mind blowing. Todd Pletcher over 28.
I know.
At the Belmont meet, he killed me. Over 28. How is that even possible? You know?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And one of those was Renegade, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Or for me, Antiquarian, Illuminaire, I had so many of them. And none of them ran a lick, you know?
And I had a Luminaire high.
Yeah.
I had
Antiquarian
Antiquarian high.
Versus the bias, he ran absolutely huge. But, you know, but we knew Illuminaire was in a little bit tough there with Bookham Dano. But
right.
And with that one, we probably got fit. That was great. Okay, so here we go. You're gonna bring us right back up here, my friend.
I'm gonna try.
Okay, so here we go. So my first pick here is the 7 Rose Ruler, Danny Sheehy and John Ennis. I love the fact that this horse won at Keeneland very impressively, and then came over to Churchill in a 5.5. Always the toughest race for any horse is facing winners for the first time, and he more than represented himself. And who did he lose to? Schwarzenegger. Not too shabby, you know, and only lost by 2 lengths and was gaining there and dueled for the place and got it. So there's no Schwarzenegger in this field. So I really like this horse, and I think he's going to definitely move up. I like the fact that he's gone 81.79, and what I like about this horse, which makes it funny, I find it interesting that he got an 81 for his first mount and a 79, but he was in the 10 post at Churchill, which was not the greatest post, and he still almost got up versus a very good horse. So I think this horse is really live in this spot. My second horse, here we go, is Double Talker, who was also entered in a race at PID, but didn't enter. Here's Wesley Ward again, and look at him, 11 for 32 with 2 seconds and 7/3. The man is just amazing. And again, here's this, they're coming out of the same race, the 7 and the 8. You know, one came in second, one came in third. The 8 was it was more rank and lost the place to Rose Ruler. But I just like the way that Rose Ruler is going here. That's why I put them on top. My third pick is Gypsy Art, the other Wesley Ward. Ran a very solid buyer there. The only thing I don't like about this horse is even in his win at Churchill Downs, he got a 69 buyer, which I think is a little bit low. Look at this, 68, 68, 69, 68, 69. This horse, I mean, if you're an owner, right, if you're Fitrani Hay, you got to love this Fitzy Hay. You got to love this horse. Second, third, fifth, first. It gets checks. But look at the buyers, 68, 68, 69, 68, 69. I hate horses who run the same race every single time. Now, as an owner, you love that because they're going to be in the mix every single time.
It's predictable. Yeah.
Right.
It's predictable.
It's admirable. But versus this group, you got to move your buyers up. You got to do something, you know, and I don't think this horse is going to be that horse. So in this race, I was so my numbers were 7, 8, 4, then 6.
Okay.
Not very like imaginative, but
no, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah,
Let's see what we can do here. Just trying to. Some reason I did like that 6, and I'm going through my numbers. I'm going through the PP right now. I will say in BreezeNet, those numbers are 82, 79, 83, 84, 77. So not far off.
Yeah.
For Gypsy Art. Thing that's interesting about Gypsy Art, first 2 races, the second and third place, the first 2 races, they were 125 and 175K stakes races. Didn't even start his first 2 races in maidens. Not even a single one. Then went maiden 85, maiden 110, and broke his maiden 120. Like, he kept trying to move the bar for this horse up and up, and got it with Ben Curtis as the jockey, who is the jockey today.
Yeah.
Unless something changed.
Yeah. No, he's still there. Yep.
Still there. He's still there. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out what to do here. So my numbers, and like I said, I float around from formula to formula, but I do, the 6 is my top play here.
Yeah.
I do have one other formula that likes the 7 better, but for the most part, there's some agreement on the 6. What scares me is this horse is coming out of maidens.
Yeah.
Right. And he's the only horse on the list that's coming out of, maiden to non-maiden.
Yeah.
But at the same time, what I just read you, he was running 2 stakes races previous to those maiden races. He went to maiden 120K, won that one. And I do like the pace that he was running in those races. And I like the pace that the 4 horse has been running too. The 4 that you mentioned, Absolutely Hot. I was really hoping we were going to get somewhere near that 10-1. Currently sitting at 7-2. When I looked a moment ago, it was 3-1, right?
Yeah.
You were hoping that horse was going to be a value play as well.
Me too, yeah.
I was hoping the same. So I'm curious. I'm going to take a look at the pools here. How much time? Oh, we got 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Holy cow. All right, I better take a quick look at the pools then. So 4 was 7. Yeah. Sorry, 4 with 6. Yeah. 6 with 4. Yeah. Yeah, who's going to be there? That's the question. Who's going to be there? It's 5 furlongs. A lot of early pressure. Yeah, okay, we got that too. Got this guy there, closer to the pace, sure. Yeah, let me write this in. Do we have to make any corrections to the banner? I got to figure out how to do that on my phone.
Yeah, I can do that if you need me to.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take out $10 here.
Yeah, take out 10. Yep, I can do that. Yep.
Yeah.
I can do that. Absolutely.
All right.
Let me know for you. Let me see here. Okay. Edit. There we go. 112 70.
See, I think I can figure out the media on this too.
Look at me with technology, amazing.
Oh my gosh, Sean, you're a total winner here. All right, I'm gonna do the pick is in.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, guys, this is what I'm doing. $5 exacta box. Boxing up the 4 with the 6. So
okay,
Gypsy Art with Absolutely Hot.
Yeah.
So if we get this, we multiply the winnings by 5.
Yeah.
And right now the pools, I like the way the pools looked. Ooh, excuse me. The pools into the pool. So 4 over 6 paying out 28, 6 over 4 paying out 25. So about the same. But what I like here, so I've got the 6 as my highest rated horse, and I have some scores on the 4 here that really favor how well this horse handles pace.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that is going to play a role here for us here, because at 5 furlongs, this is like, pure pace race.
Yeah.
If we can get out there, handle the pace, boom, get out there, speed. So that's where I'm really leaning into here. Excuse me.
Like it. And Attila's got the 3 and the 4 horses to win. Hey, Steve, how are you, my friend? Jenny Max got an exacta box 2, 5, 6, 7, winning place in the 2 and the 6. We got $5 exacta box 4, 6. Curtis has got exacta box 4, 6, 7, 8. James got exacta box 3, 7, 8. Bobby D's got 2, 6, 7 with 8, 4. This is a tough race. This is one of those races where if you're betting horizontals, you got to spread.
Yeah. Yeah, I just decided to focus in on a couple factors here because, like you said, all those other horses you mentioned were horses on my list.
Yeah.
Right on my top 4. And it seemed to be very even, but I was trying to look for specific factors that I thought I could just, push away a couple horses and focus on a couple that I thought maybe gives me a chance at 5 furlongs.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't like Jenny Mac's comment here about late money pouring in on the 6. Do we have to get out Tim's caw?
Exactly.
Yeah. But the 4 has fallen a little bit, coming back down to earth at 9-2. Gypsy Art sitting at 5-2. I know that's only an indicator. It's not a driver of the prices we get in the exacta pools, but
right.
It
and they're off.
All right, I'll go ahead and call this one then. Looks like the 4 horse gets out to an early lead, getting challenged there by the 8 horse Double Talker. Double Talker taken on the outside, went off at 2-1. Those two are out in front by a good 2.5 to 3 lengths in front of the 2 horse. We're back, young man. Back young, yeah, something like that. The 8 horse taking the outside pressure, putting it on the 4 horse here, looking very strong around that turn. The 8 horse Double Talker at 2-1, applying that pressure. Comes out of that turn looking big, and the 7 is coming from behind to charge and challenge him. The 4 horse on the rail, starting to ease back a little bit. Looks like the 7 Rose Ruler now taking off, and our 6 horse Gypsy Art at 2-1 is taken out from behind, going to pass that 8 horse. Looks like it's going to be, we had half the exacta at 7-6, and I think the 3 got there at the end. Maybe
maybe
held on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I got too cute there.
Yeah.
Darn it all. But you know what? I don't think that one's going to pay out. 7-8. Yeah. That one wasn't as fun to. Oh no, it's 7-6. Sorry.
7-6. Yeah.
So 7-6 pays out $7 on a $1 bet. I mean, it pays out 7-1.
Yeah.
So if you like the order there, yeah, that did seem like the obvious play to me. But I wanted to stretch and try to get some value.
Yeah.
Can't blame me for that.
No. Yeah, 8-1 exact, not bad at all.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I mean, if you're talking about a $1 bet in the exacta, and you're getting 8-1 on that. I mean, who can pass up 8-1, right?
Yeah,
maybe I should have played it safer. Yeah.
No. Let me see here. Let's see here. So who had what? Let's see if anybody won here. 4-6.
Seems like there's a lot of trash talking going on.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Curtis had 4. Curtis won 4, 6, 7, 8. Nice job, bud.
Good job, Curtis.
James White, who's on a hot roll today, had 3, 7, 8. So he's no, it was 8. Was it 8-6? Right? It was 8-6.
7-6. 7-6.
7-6. I mean 7-6. Yeah. So yep. So yeah, Curtis, Bobby D. Didn't win. Okay, let me see who else here, so I can congratulate our friends here.
Yeah, Jenny Mac.
Yeah, I like that 7.
Let's see.
They seem to be the strong play there.
Yeah, Rose Curtis had it as well.
Yeah, he was running the 81s and everyone else was running like 68, 70s.
Yeah. Yeah, I largely ignore those, but I shouldn't have this time. Hindsight being what it is.
7-6. And what's amazing about again, this is going to be Gypsy Art is going to be one of those horses, right? That just runs like the same at every race. He's going to be right there, right? Just doesn't want to win, you know?
Yeah.
And watch, he'll probably get a 68, 69 buyer again, you know?
Quite possible.
It'll be right there, you know? And then,
quite possible.
And again, as an owner, that's a dream, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, you're getting a little return on investment each and every time.
Yeah, exactly. You're getting nice purses, and this horse is going to come every single time, you know?
Yeah. Poor job there. Well, we're moving on. As soon as it's official, so they should be showing payouts soon. And that'll make it official. We can turn the page.
Good job there, Kyle. Kyle got the try. Good job. That was very impressive, Jen. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we all agree.
That is very impressive, Jen. That was a race, though. You know what's interesting about that race that I love, though, is that if you're a pick 3, pick 4 player, it wasn't easy to single you there. You know what I'm saying? You had 4 legitimate chances. It looked 2-1, 2-1, 2-1. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all geniuses. Like I had 7-6, 4-8, but I'm not. You know, but you'd have to use all 4 legitimately to have, or at least 3, to have a chance in the pick. You know, you couldn't single one of them. You couldn't single one, especially with 2 Wesley Wards in there. You know.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Hey Rex, how are you, bud? What did that pay? Trifecta paid $7.86. There you go. For 50 cents. That's actually not that. It's not terrible with those 3 horses. 2-1, 2-1, 2-1 paid. Wow, that's not that bad. $30 for 2 3-1s. Well, we'll move the page there. Did you have a biggest disappointment this weekend for me in terms of like a horse that you thought was going to run huge and just didn't run at all? And for the chat guys out there, was there any horse that you were really thinking was going to run big this weekend just did not run at all?
Definitely emerging market.
Yeah,
definitely emerging market. Yeah. I know I mentioned him already.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I felt like every time I bounced back and forth.
Yeah.
Between different plays, and it seemed like every time I looked, I missed the ones that I won, and then I saw the ones that I lost.
Yeah. Exactly.
It was just one of those days, right?
Yeah.
And I felt like I did better at Santa Anita than I did at Belmont or Saratoga Mont. Yeah. That's the one I remember, though. I don't have it in front of me to remember if there were other races where I had like a I think this is the one right here. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, that was definitely one. That emerging market was definitely a lot of people kind of the disappointing horse that they thought would really. And
that
a lot of the experts had him on top.
Yeah, and that was the horse's 4th race. So I kind of get it.
Yeah.
Okay. Ready to turn the page?
Oh, I definitely know who was the most disappointing horse of the weekend.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Zulu Kingdom, losing to both Mont horses at 1-5. I think that was where the whole place was. They thought for sure the single of the weekend and just lost to both Mott horses. I was like, whoa.
I mean, anytime Zulu Kingdom runs, I think Zulu
Yeah.
Kingdom is
That to me was
that's a
definitely
single for a lot of people.
Yeah. I happen to have a $2 exact box with the 2 Motts and her, so I got lucky because they're both 13. It was Junior and Johnny. They both ding dong right to the line, but
well played.
Yeah, thank you. But that's lucky than good. You know, I was like, when I started in 3rd, I was like, what? that was a disappointment for the weekend. If you're, she looked like a single.
Yeah. Oh, every time. That horse is tough to bet against.
Oh yeah, exactly. It just didn't seem to run her race. All right, we're gonna move on to the 6th race here. 6 furlongs, maiden, 100,000 for maiden 3-year-olds and up.
Okay.
And we one scratch here. The 8 Barker has been scratched.
Oh, Barker's out. Okay, that changes things for me.
It does. I think so, big time.
Right?
I thought that was going to be one of my stronger plays of the day, and
for sure,
and did not run. So, and our favorite right now is the 1 Island Town at 6-5 for Jose Ortiz and Stephen Asmussen.
So, my top play today, is a horse that I think you're going to get a huge value on because the morning line is 6-1 on this horse, and it's Island Town. Jose Ortiz, Steve Asmussen. At 6 furlongs, this horse should be all pace, and I'm fine with that. I am fine with all pace at 6 furlongs coming out of the 1 hole. The horse has had pretty solid earnings in 2 races, getting in the money 1 time. I have a feeling here that conditioning is not going to be an issue. This horse should be pretty strong here. There's going to be a little bit of pressure. There's a bunch of horses that do sit just off the pace, and the 3 horse could be applying a little bit more pressure. But at 6 furlongs, I'm not as concerned about that. So I'm not getting 6-1 like I hoped on this horse. I keep checking to see if that number comes down and somebody just put a Godfather bet on him. But yeah, there we are. Island Town is my top pick. Okay. Let's see, my next play, we're going to go on over to Ghost Protocol at 12-1, currently at 10-1.
Yeah.
So this horse has had 1 race, came in the money that 1 time, and I like where this horse sat on the pace. Volatile, Sweezy, Edgar Morales. I think that this horse is getting underplayed here because I think after that 1 race, very strong showing, this horse is very much in play.
Yeah.
And then after that, I'm going to scroll on over, and man, I don't have a huge rating on this horse with the formula I used, but I don't see how you can ignore a Brad Cox, Irad Ortiz, Yalpan horse, and that is how do you say this here? Obrigado. I'll say obrigado, and I'll say it with an Italian accent, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you just, all those pieces together just make sense. So I'm going to say that that's my 3rd horse here. So I'm going 1, 4, 5. If I give you 1 more horse, I'm going to go all the way over to the firster, the 9 on the outside.
Yeah.
William Morey is solid with firsters. I think you and I have talked about this at Turfway before. Ben Curtis, Frosted. The horse just dropped a 47-second 4 furlong workout. So this is the type of race where you can squeeze in one of those horses and it can upset the apple cart slightly. So if I give them to you in order, I'm going 1, 4, 5, 9. And this is your race, Sean, right?
Yeah. What was your numbers again? But sorry.
1, 4, 5, 9.
Okay. Yeah, I like it. There you go. 1, 4, 5, 9. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. This is a fascinating race to me. And we even got Billy Morey in this race. Okay.
Yeah. You got a William Morey firster.
Yeah.
Which, on the outside, that doesn't sound super exciting, but 17% with firsters for him.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's
saying.
pretty
Yeah,
darn
no,
solid.
he knows how to bring him in. That exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. For
Yeah.
firster numbers, that's solid.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So okay. So 1459. Yeah. This is a bit
Yeah,
of a fascinating one to me. Yeah.
it is. It is. And there's other horses on there. Like this wasn't. There's one more horse on the edge here that I was looking at, and that was the 3. But I
Yeah.
did kind of discount the 3 towards the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And then
decided to stick in the firster instead.
yeah, exactly. And then look at this. Now you have Spendthrift. This horse only lost to Ted Noffey, Criteria, and Legal Gambit. You know,
Oh wow.
and
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
if you look at that, Legal Gambit was supposed to run in on Belmont this weekend and got a fever, so he was supposed to run again.
Yeah, yeah.
Criteria won this weekend
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
impressively, and Ted
Good
Noffey is
horse.
Ted Noffey. You know,
Yeah, Ted Noffey, period.
right? Exactly. So exactly. So I'm not gonna. This is one of those races. I'm not gonna like try to search, for like
Sure.
exactly. So, yeah. So in this, yep. I already know what I'm gonna play, my friend. Hit the
Oh,
button.
well, let's let her rip.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have the button. I'm used to Tim
Yeah.
hitting the button if I'm driving.
Yeah. I'll just do it. Don't worry about your drive. Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
okay. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do just a simple $4 at the box 1.5. I think it's just this simple. I
Oh,
think
okay. We hit it. Yeah.
these two horses are the best horses, and I just think they're gonna go 1-2,
Okay.
especially considering who Brad Cox and Spendthrift are so good at putting horses where they belong. And I think
Yeah.
they're almost looking at their investment here. Avogado was the $875,000 horse. Not going to be the horse that they thought, but they said, "Hey, even if he gets claimed, we get 100,000 for him." You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
cut the losses and
Move on.
at least you get something with him.
Yeah. Now I'm curious to see if he does get claimed because that is a big ticket horse.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, yeah, exactly. So sometimes connections just say, okay, we're just not the horse we thought we were.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just quickly, how crazy was that Knicks game last night, huh? 29 points, and then holy mother.
Yeah. So I was texting back and forth with Firsty about this game, right?
Yeah.
And my connections. My connections are Detroit Pistons, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I am Michigan teams through and through.
Yeah.
If it's a question of colleges, it's U of M versus over MSU, but I'll root for MSU on the side even. I'm not El Hombre. It's like, oh, MSU only.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm leading this up to essentially say that my investment in that game was relatively low, or in the series in general.
Yeah.
But when we went into the series, I was telling my buddy, look, this is the way it's going to play out. Told Firsty this, guy who checks into the lounge every now and then.
Oh, yeah.
I said,
yeah.
the Knicks are going to win the first game because they're going to get the Spurs off of a layoff, and they're going to be a little rusty, and the Knicks are going to come out spitting vinegar, and they're going to punch them in the face. But the Spurs are going to close it out in 4 games after that. It's going to be a 5-game series.
Yep. Oops.
So after 1 game, I was right. After 2 games, I said, whoa, something happened there. There were some mistakes made by the Spurs. That should not have happened, right?
Yeah.
And then finally the Spurs came back and they won game 3. I'm like, well, this is our Spurs team. This is what I was talking about.
Yeah.
And then we're watching game 4 yesterday, and I'm texting back and forth with Firsty, and it's like the first quarter, and I essentially said to him, am I jinxing it if I say, well, now we have a tie series?
Yeah, right.
And he's like, and he responds to me, he says, no way, man. This Knicks team does not look like they're in the game at all. I'm like, all right, then I'm going to say it. And we
Yeah.
get to halftime, and it's like 76-49.
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
well,
in
I
the
certainly
bag.
didn't jinx anything. In the bag.
In the
No
bag.
big deal.
Yep.
In the bag. And then I'm, with the family watching, and I check my phone occasionally, and I see my latest message from Firsty is like, they're not going to win, but the Knicks are making this really interesting. So I look at my phone. I'm like, oh my gosh, they brought it within 10, and there's time left. And then I'm looking at my phone again. And it's like, oh my God, they brought it within 3.
Yeah.
And there's like 3 minutes left. And then at one point I see that the Knicks go up. I'm like, are you kidding me? Stop it. I got so invested in the Spurs, and they're not even close to being my team.
Yeah.
That I was viscerally upset. And I think part of that is just the stories you hear about Knicks fans being total a-holes in this series, the Spurs fans. Like, how can you be outrageously, assholish to Spurs fans?
Yeah.
They have one team. There is no San Antonio NFL team. Right? Just the Spurs are the Spurs. Their best player is this, 8'10" Frenchman.
Yeah.
Just let it go, baby. Let it go. Don't throw your, roll of nickels at his face.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anywho, I just found myself being really bummed. And then I'm like, what am I bummed about? It's not my team. Doesn't matter that much.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, anyhow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I agree with Jenny. Fox should have dribbled the ball out and made them
Oh
foul.
my God.
Right?
Oh my God.
Exactly.
So
However,
many mistakes made.
However, I will say this, and I said this on Twitter today, okay? For anyone to blame Fox for that loss, right? Was it a dumb play? Yes, okay? You had a 29-point lead. He shouldn't even been in that position that he would have to, that he would have to. The coaching staff, Wemby was like non-existent for like the last quarter. The whole team, when you're down 29, you can't blame one player on one play, because even if he dribbles the ball out, right, and then they foul him and they go up 3, and the Knicks hit a 3-pointer and they go into overtime and win, right?
Yeah.
They still blew the 29-point lead. He shouldn't even been in that position. You know what I'm saying? So it's just bad. It's just bad coaching. It was bad. When you're shooting, and this is what really gets me, and I love the thing, it's Jenny. Yeah, Jenny, exactly. They're shooting threes with 15, 16 seconds on the clock. You're up 29. Yeah. Shoot with 2 seconds on the clock. You know what I mean?
Grab the win.
They're going to run out of time. You know what I'm saying? If you're shooting every time at 1 second, they're going to run out of time. But they kept shooting threes with 16, 17 seconds left on the clock.
I know.
I was like, what are you doing?
It was a disaster. Yeah.
Exactly. So that was crazy.
Yeah. I mean, you get a lead like that, you just want to rush as fast as you can by killing the clock.
Yeah.
Rush as fast as you can to the win.
But you also have a coach.
For us to say.
You also have a coach that's never been in that situation. I mean, if that was great, if it was Pop, they ain't losing that. They're not losing that 29-point lead.
No,
not even close.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Exactly. So that's just youth. That was just youth all around. Exactly. So how many minutes we got? 6 minutes. They're kind of going. I like it. Knock on wood. They're kind of going quick tonight. Steven Asmussen's all nicely dressed. He's looking to get his picture taken. That's always a good thing. We like that.
Indeed.
We're only just a couple of weeks away from the Stephen Foster. What a race that's going to be down there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because is that the one where we get sovereignty amongst others?
Yep. Magnitude, White Abario.
Yeah.
Yep. We get everything. Yep. You know what a horse, this is the horse, the other horse. You just have to feel sorry for it, right? And exactly. I love him. I mean, he's an owner's dream. He's an owner's dream, right? Every time journalism shows up, he runs his race, and he just can't win. But he just runs a good race every single time. He's talented, but he just can't. Every time he runs into a monster,
Yeah, he just has to stay on the West Coast so he can
Yeah,
run against all of Baffert's scraps
yeah, exactly.
and
Good
collect
Lord.
first place paychecks. Because when he was running on the West Coast, he was
Yeah,
a monster. Like
right. Yeah,
he was the horse that I was thinking was the horse to beat more so than Sovereignty going into the Derby.
yeah, yeah,
But obviously that got proven wrong twice over, three
yeah,
times over, right? So yeah, I think I'm with you. It's he should probably stick to the races he can finish first in. But I guess if he wants to keep trying to bang his head against the wall and beat Sovereignty one of these days, he can do that.
yeah,
I guess that's what they're going to do with him. Solid horse.
yeah.
Solid horse.
Curtis Jeanette has the exacta box 1256, and Bobby D has 265 with 13. Good luck. The other race, by the way, how good was Catch the Stars there versus the Oaks horses? The West Point. I thought Meaning and were going to be just a 1-2 race, and she said, "Hey, you forgot about me, folks," and she just blew by them. It's
Yeah.
like, wow, she was impressive.
Yeah.
She stamped herself for the rest of the year. Said, "Watch out, you two."
Indeed.
That was impressive.
All right, I am going to let's see. How close are we to?
We're 3 minutes, but if you need to head out for a little bit, I got it.
Yeah, I'll do
Yeah,
that.
go ahead. Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
I'll be back in a few.
No problem. Yep. Yeah, that Oaks picture for the 3-year-old fillies just got a lot more crowded now that with that impressive West Point. I did not expect it. She just came out of nowhere and just blew them up. Irad did the same ride on her in that race they did with White Abario at Oakland. Just waited for the top two to kind of do the thing and ding dong and just come flying around and just blew them out. That was very impressive. Bobby's got 265 with 13. Good luck, Bobby. Both of us can win, which is great. And thank you to everybody, as always, for joining us. I know it's been a couple of weeks since we've had one. So much going on, busy activities, everything, holidays, all that stuff. Make it interesting. Is anybody going to the races anytime soon? Going to any tracks this weekend or anytime soon with Saratoga right around the corner, Del Mar? Going to any of the big tracks, Churchill Downs? Anybody going to see the Stephen Foster? I wish I could go see the Stephen Foster. I cannot that weekend. I have previous commitments, but I'll definitely be watching my boy Sovereignty. Oh, J Worm's going to the Indiana Derby. Love it. Love it, J Worm. Have a great time. Horseshoe is supposed to be one of the best tracks to go to. I've never been there, but definitely have to make it out there one of these days. That would be great to see. And we're just 1 minute away on the track. You got Rachel McLaughlin and John Dooley, great announcer. They're always a great publicity team for Indiana. Mr. Hallstrom out there doing a great job. Winning place and daily double. James White's got 367 with 24. Good luck, James. James has been on a nice steady roll here today. Great to see. Jenny Mack's got exacta box 2, 4, 5, 9 and win place in the 4 and the 5. This race is wide open. It really is. 6 furlongs. Two races left after this one. Nice mile race, a lot of dirt races. And then we end on the turf with a maiden special weight. Can I find a first-time starter? No, I can't because everybody's run. So I found a couple of first-time starters this weekend that Tim is actually he's actually going to be gone for a while. He's got some personal things he's working with right now, and the door is always open for him. He's a great friend of mine, as you know, and so he'll be the door is always open. But right now he's taking care of some things himself and getting his stuff. He's just about to retire from teaching, so a lot of stuff on the life side he's working on right now. So we so respect that, and he will be. He knows that the door is always open for me. Ever wants to join in, but we definitely miss him. But he'll be great. Christopher's got a daily double 3-3 ice cold, as Dave Weaver says. And here we go. And down the stretch they come. Wow, the race is already going. The 1 is on the lead, Island Town. The 6 is right on the outside. The 5 is on the inside. The 2 on the outside. The 1 trying to hold on. The 6 trying to get him. 2 on the outside, but it's going to be 1, 6, 2, 5. Didn't even know the race was going on. I apologize. Yeah, no, he's definitely given a lot to that military program there. So it's 1-6. Let's see what the I had 1-5. Grand Suppresso. Ian Wilkes. Arietta. He lost to both Gilded Bandit and Lincoln's Law. So that was, he'd run against some real good horses. Always have to, my boy Ian Wilkes.
Did we get a win there?
No, it was 1-6, 2-5.
Okay.
And 1-5.
Yeah.
You know.
Next time.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. No, exactly. Love that one. You could tell with Steven Asmussen, he had his nice shirt on there. You know,
yeah.
He was coming for a win there.
Yeah, and that was my top pick. We were pretty much in agreement that was
the
horse you wanted.
And the 6, Ian Wilkes, you know, the pride of Australia.
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, this horse, you look at this horse, he'd run the turf, but he lost to Gilded Bandit and Lincoln's Law. So he had run against some very nice horses.
Yeah, I for whatever reason I passed up on that 6. That was not in my range.
No.
Even when I tried to add another horse on, I passed him over. So
yeah.
Just goes to show you never know. And did that 5 get claimed? Obrigado.
It'll be interesting to see if he did.
Yeah. That is the other thing to keep an eye on here. Hey, cancel. What are we doing here?
And the 1 too. Yeah, the 1. Be interesting. The 1 gets claimed.
Oh yeah, Island Town. The winner ran away with it.
Yeah, exactly.
We've got 2 more races left. Have you been subtracting from the kitty? Are we at an honest count now?
Let me check. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Your thing was I just
10.
did what did I do? A $4 exacta box. What did I do?
So you took 8 out then, and I took 10 out.
Yeah. So okay, hold on a second. So we gotta let me go back here just so I can see. Yeah, let me go back here. Banner. Yeah, so yeah, we took the. Okay, yes, let me get that out. Okay, so 18. Is that right?
Yeah.
So 94.7. Okay, here we go. We're still right there, though.
Yeah. We had a couple wins early on, so
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, 94.7. So we're right there.
right there.
There
Okay.
we go.
Whoops.
Yeah, so now we go 94.70. There we go.
Okay.
All we need is one. All we need is one.
Yeah. All we need is one more. All right. Let's see here. Oops. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, that was, and the two last races are interesting too. We even have we have $120,000 maiden special on the turf.
Woo. That's a big one.
To end the day, you know.
Yeah, I will let you close that one out.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
Have fun with that one. What did I like here? Okay. And what is going on? Taking a look at odds here. Do you want to run through who you like in this race?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Yep. Let me see here. Yep. Okay. Race 7. I'll read the conditions. I'll tell you who I like here. All right. So race 7 on the books is a mile, optional, claiming 80K, non-winners of 2, purse 134,000. What purses they have at Churchill, man? I can see why everybody's running down there right now, you know?
Yeah, no kidding.
Exactly. So, okay. So here we go. So this is an interesting race. Yeah, exactly. And I just want to see if there's any changes here.
No scratches.
No
Apparently
scratch,
no jockey changes.
No jockey changes. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So this is an interesting race for sure. Yeah, exactly. So you look at this field, and I remember this horse. I like he's not getting played right now, but the 1-5 aside, that was my number one pick. I think this horse is I love this horse. Last time when Flavian Pratt lost to a Malfi Drive. Malfi Drive in this group would be like 3 to 5, you know, and ran a very it was just no match, but it was a strong second, you know, in that race. John Service just knows how to place his horse. I knew he was really high on this horse when she won her first race at Parks, like even money, and she had she's had some injury problems. But what I like about this horse is that since she's been a Turfway 1x10 second, she's really trying to put it kind of together, and she's 2 for 2 in the money at Churchill Downs, and I think this horse at 4 is he's starting to get to turn around. She's starting to turn around, so she's my bet of the day at 7-2. I think she's very tough. The second horse I have is Lovin' on the Run, and I thought I'd get 6-1, but no.
We all did.
Yeah, exactly. But here's John Ortiz with Jose Ortiz. No relation here. The thing and I can't stress this enough, is there's a big difference between 7 furlongs and a mile. You know, even especially like at Gulfstream and other tracks like this, where some people are like, oh, if you love 7, he's going to love the mile. Some horses do, some horses don't. You know what I'm saying? Sure. It's a big. It's that extra furlong can be all the difference. And this horse is run very good. And obviously the move from Torres to him is huge. But I just this horse has been in this condition for a long time. I mean, it took him a long time just to get back to where they were, and so I like the one's potential more than the two. So that's
okay.
why I put the 2 third. And my third horse in this race was the where did I go here? Where did I go? Yeah, it was the 3. I was 1, 2, 3 exactly. Cat's Cave, Concepcion, Tomlinson. These guys are 20% together. They do really good. I mean, this horse Colonial came in 4th to Ragtime Bill, who was a real good horse. He's run well at Churchill. I don't think he's good enough to beat this horse, but I'm looking for a 3rd place horse, and that would be the horse. White Rocks would be my 4th pick. I'm still mad that they took Victor Carrasco off him, so I'm protesting with him. But he did run a very solid 3rd last time behind 5-a-side, and so this horse probably should be a little bit higher on my list. So I'm actually going to go 1, 2, 4, 3. I'm not going to hold them against them. I'm going to do 1, 2, 4, 3 because I think the 4 can actually get 3rd. But that is my 1, 2, 4, 3.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just trying to figure out what my play is here. There's a horse that my numbers. Yeah. There's a horse that I want to like. Let me put it this way.
Okay.
But in terms of pace and class, I just can't bring myself to it, and that's the 7.
Okay.
There's certain things about this. Yeah, there's certain things about this horse that I like. I like the closing ability that he has. I like his stretch runs, but I don't like the pace numbers I see on him. I'm trying to get myself there. A lot of his best numbers are on turf. He's better on turf than on dirt, and this is a dirt race. I don't have good numbers on him in the distance, but like the closing numbers make me want to add him in there at 8 furlongs. But maybe I shouldn't. I'm going to hold myself back from that. The 2 did grade out best for me, even above the 1.
Yeah.
So this is a challenge here.
When I looked at the 7's had good success, but it's all versus state Indiana breds. So now he's back in open company, which is, Yep.
That would explain it. All right. So this is my race, right?
Yep.
And we got 16 minutes.
Yep. Plenty of time.
I'm going to come back and then I'm going to place my wager.
All right. Great. There you go. Awesome.
And then, all right. See you in a bit.
All right. Yeah. No problem. Yeah. All right. 16 minutes to post. Did San Benito lose their power again? Crazy. I think Woodbine's all done for the day. Yeah, they start at 3. During the early part, they're doing 3. Usually, after the King's Plate, they'll be doing 5 o'clock. So we got 15 minutes to post. All right, here's a question. I was asking this question at Belmont, and is actually having people put in the chat in order. What are your top 3 tracks? I would be interested to see what you people think is your top 3 tracks. I will give you my top 3. To me are Saratoga 1, Keeneland 2, Santa Anita 3. Those are my 3 favorite, 3 best tracks. Oh man, feisty! Let me tell you, this series has been an absolute war between Carolina and Vegas. I mean, I think this is one of the best Stanley Cups of all time. I really believe that. These 2 teams are just like ferocious. Yeah. I'm going with the Golden Knights tonight. I think they beat Carolina, and they've just been so um, uh, determined. You know, the way they played Colorado was just so impressive, and I'm going the Knights tonight. I just think they find a way to. Kyle, there you go. Saratoga. Okay, let's see. J Max got Saratoga, Del Mar, Keeneland. Yep, can't argue with that one. No, very three solid tracks. Kyle's got Saratoga, Meadowlands, and Woodbine Mohawk. Hey, nothing wrong with that, Kyle. You know I love me some Woodbine Mohawk. I'll never argue with that one. Jay Worm's got Keeneland, Saratoga, and Horseshoe. Rex has got Parks, Grants Pass, and Fort Erie. That a boy, Rex. Rex is going high style. Love it. Love it. Rex, how you could leave out Rotama out of that list is just disappointing. But Attila's got Gulfstream, Saratoga, and Keeneland. Yeah, Rex, how did you leave Rotama out of there? That's amazing. Does Bookham Dano win the Breeders' Cup Sprint this year? Yes, Steve, I think he does. Because this year, Steve, I was actually I was hanging with the connections this weekend. They're being very smart this year with Bookham Dano. They ran him 3 times last year at Saratoga. They're only running the first, which was the other day, and the third race, which is later in the year. Then they're going to bring him to Breeders' Cup. He was so tired after running the 3 races last year. They do not want to get him tired. They're only going to run Bookham Dano twice and then bring him to the Breeders' Cup fresh. And I think that if he runs his race every time, man, he's going to be awfully tough to beat, you know?
Hey, Sean.
Hello, sir.
You can hit the button because I've got my pick.
All right. Let me see here a second. Where is the button?
I could probably hit it if you need me to.
Yeah, you hit it. Yeah.
All right, I'm not driving yet, so I'm good. Whoops. All right, I gotta.
Feisty. Well, what ones look the best, Feisty? What ones look the best?
Yeah. All right, so the pick is. All right, so I'm not looking to break the bank here. I'm not looking to get some Hail Mary. I was looking at the probables, though.
Yeah.
You and I both agree about the 1 and the 2.
Yep.
And I looked at the probables, and they were paying at the time like 12 and 13. And I thought, for what we think of the 2 best horses in a 7-horse race,
nothing wrong with that at all. Yep.
Nothing wrong with that at all. So we box it up because you like the 1 better. I like the 2 better. I'm fine with it going either way. If we box them both up, we multiply the winnings times 5, and that's a pretty good night right there.
That's a game changer. Yep.
Right. You take what the track gives you.
Absolutely.
If you think that it's these 2 horses, because I kind of didn't do that last time, and I regret it. And now I'm hoping to correct that mistake. So there you go. Yep. We're hoping to get ourselves a nice little win here with the 1-2 combo.
Absolutely. Yep. All right. Now, for that, I just put a question out in the. Okay. What are your 3 favorite tracks?
Oh, my 3 favorite tracks. Oh gosh. For various reasons, I'm sure, right?
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah, I'm trying to think like what tracks when they come up do I get excited? And man, narrowing it down to 3 is difficult. Like which tracks, like when they come up, am I like, oh, I can't wait to handicap this one? I'm going to start with Kentucky Downs. Okay. Because it is so weird. I think I've had my biggest win at Kentucky Downs too.
Okay. Yeah.
I had like this monster trifecta that I won there. And I feel like it maybe because it's only there for eight cards.
Yeah.
There's like this scarcity feeling about it, right?
Yeah.
So Kentucky Downs, I'm going to put that one out there. Okay, coming up with the next one is challenging. Okay, I'm going to throw one out there that I'm going to say Fairgrounds, because it's in New Orleans, and I get excited when I see the live oaks on the feed. And I do like handicapping it because I feel like there is like a predictability about it.
Yeah.
Even if it's not, oh, I'm going to hit like 1,000 long shots here and I'm going to get like a 20-1 winner and blah, blah, blah. It's a little bit more predictable. It plays a little bit more to form. But I do like playing there because of that, right?
Yeah.
Because you want to win. And if you can play it right, you can get a profit out of it.
Yeah.
And then, our buddy isn't here to hear this, but I'm going to say Turfway. I get excited in November when Turfway Park is coming up and I can start playing that for the similar reasons of Kentucky Downs, because there is an inherent challenge to it for the exact opposite reasons of Fairgrounds. There's like this inherent challenge about Turfway, about Kentucky Downs, where, you want to find that way to get to the win, and it only takes one or two at each one of those tracks. But if you thread the needle in there, you feel like a champion.
Yeah.
You feel like you just beat the world because you took some of the hardest parks to handicap at, some of the parks with like the biggest fields and the craziest variables, and boom, you hit it. So those are the three that, for probably not the same reasons that other people talk about. Other people are going to say, well, I can't wait for Saratoga to open. Oh, wow. Going to Keeneland, right? People are going to say that. I pick these parks for other reasons. I just have the most fun playing those three parks.
Yep. Gulfstream used to be my first until he killed it and made it a casino instead of my gorgeous the paddock in the back, and we could actually have the Breeders' Cup. I was there every single Florida Derby for 30 something years, it's now it's a glorified casino with a mall. You know what I'm saying? Like, in terms of like, so it lost all luster to me. I still like the racing, but to me it lost all luster. It's like Bobby's got Churchill, Gulfstream, and Del Mar.
Sure.
Delta, Evangeline, and Fair. Yeah, Curtis, nothing wrong with that, buddy.
I love those tracks too. Like when they're doing like 6 furlong, 6.5, 8 furlong races, right? Yeah. When we moved, when we have to move off of like Churchill and Woodbine and Turfway, and we squeeze in Delta Downs, I'll be honest, I get a little excited because I do like playing Delta Downs. I know Tim didn't always like playing them, but I felt like they put together good cards for what they were.
Yeah.
It's not championship level racing, but you take what's given to you, and sometimes you find some fun little surprises.
Yeah. So look at this. Corey Athens got 1, 2, 4, 6 super Vecta box, and Curtis has got Exacta box 1, 2, 4, 6. So they
all right, let's get that.
They both exactly. So we can all head together, which is great.
Yes, let's all celebrate together.
Exactly.
I think that sounds
big,
like a
happy winning family.
How many minutes till post?
5. Yeah. Frank Payne's got a Cinnaboya. Hey, Frankie Payne, how are you? He's got Saratoga, Keeneland, Del Mar. And
all right.
And of course, like for me, my favorite track to visit is Woodbine. I mean, obviously,
of course, obviously.
But I'm just talking in terms of like racing and history. Exactly. To me, it's my 3 were Saratoga, Keeneland, and Santa Anita in terms of just beauty and history and like all that stuff, But exactly, that doesn't mean they're my 3 favorite tracks to play. I just think they're and I will die on this hill. I don't care what people say. Del Mar is fabulous. It's a great track. People love it. It is not as pretty, nor will it ever be, as Santa Anita. Santa Anita is the most pretty track. With those mountains, Del Mar is like pretty, and the fact that it's charming, but it'll never be as beautiful as Santa Anita with those mountains in the back. I don't think any track in the country has as good of a background as Santa Anita does with those mountains. I think it's the most beautiful track in the country.
Yeah, Santa Anita almost looks like it was created through AI to make the most beautiful looking track.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. It looks like a Hollywood set, you know?
Yeah, it totally does.
It doesn't look like it does. I mean, to me, Santa Anita is just the most beautiful track, period. And Del Mar cannot touch. I don't think any track can touch a candle to Santa Anita with those mountains in the back.
If you're at Santa Anita and there's no racing going on, it still feels like you're on vacation and like relaxing because you've got all the scenery around you. You know?
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah, Woodbine's had very few scratches this year. You know?
Yeah, they do that, right? They usually come in with a. I don't know how they do it. Because usually these scratches are vet scratches, right?
Yeah.
But certain tracks, and Woodbine is one of the best at this. When they put together a card, it's like 2 or 3 scratches.
Yeah.
Like how do you pull that off?
Yeah, very few. Yeah. And you know what's amazing? I know like 4 of the vets up there. They're very strict. You know what I mean? So they just know if a horse isn't. Yeah, they know. You know it's great. They know like 1-2 days in advance. If a horse doesn't look right, they go look like see it like what, and then they scratch it. So by the time it's in, the horse is already out. You know what I'm saying?
It's not even entered. Yeah,
it's not even entered, which I think is a huge thing. Huge kudos up to them. You know?
Yeah.
They care about their horses, which is what they should be doing. But you know,
absolutely. Yeah, that's what you hope at every track, right?
Well, someone's out without. Let me see here. Someone without a. Someone's without a saddlecloth. That's not good. Is someone?
Uh-oh.
Did I see that wrong?
One of the two.
I don't know. Let's see. It looked like someone. Maybe I'm wrong. Somebody looked like they were wanting to go back to the barn for some notes, unless they were just adjusting. They may have been just adjusting it. You know,
could be.
Which good because 2 got scratched.
You're kidding me.
No, Loving on the Run was scratch, folks. Late scratch, number 2. Loving on the Run.
God. All right.
Is going back to the barn for some oats.
All right, so let's switch up. Let's go 1-3. Yeah. I'm in the car, so I have no idea what the odds are, but the Profits bet is now 1-3. Let's
love it. There you go.
Change that up.
Yep. I can do that. Yep.
Yeah, just put it in the comments section for race 7.
Yep.
Thank you, sir.
Yep. You bet. Yep. I can do that right now. I'll put that in right now.
1-3 boxed, of course. Same bet, just changing out. Oh, I was looking forward to that too. I was had high hopes.
Wanted some oats.
Yeah. I think you're sowing some wild oats there. Yeah.
Oh, this is hysterical. Just a quick story for everybody, right? I mean, I don't listen to this type of music, so I've heard them, but I didn't really know. So I'm in the paddock, right? And this guy comes up to me and says, "How you doing?" I said, "Oh, great. How you doing? Beautiful day." You know, all this stuff. It was Lil Yachty, the rapper, right? And I didn't know who Lil Yachty was. It's kind of funny, but he came up and said, "Oh, beautiful day," and he said, "I have a horse in the Belmont." I'm like, "Oh my God, way to go!" It was, you know, him and Lil Wayne had Vitruvian Man.
Oh, they had Vitruvian Man. Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, exactly. So I thought that was hysterical. And then I saw him later, and everyone's yelling at him, "Broccoli!" I'm like, "Why are they yelling broccoli at him?" Because that's his song. But I didn't know that. All the kids were yelling broccoli at him. I'm like, "Why are you yelling broccoli at him?" But
all right, Sean, I got to check out. Good luck the rest of the way. I know we got this one race, but I got to deliver food to my wife. Thank you. We'll see you next week.
Yeah. And let's see here. We got Bobby D's got 13764. Jenny Max got Exacta Box 1467, winning place in the 4 and the 6. Attila's got 7 over the 156 Exacta Box. And Curtis has got Exacta Box 1346. Okay, let's see. Oh, we're almost all in line here. Here we go. And they're off. And always hard on the angle that they show here because where it looks like the 1 and the 3 have gone out for the lead here. With I believe that's the 6, the 4, the 7, and the 5. But we go on this over. Yep, and it is the 1 and the 3 ding dong in here, with the 6 sitting right off the pace, the 4 sitting right off of them in 4th, and the 7, the quarter and 23 and 2. And it's Cat's Cave on the outside, on the inside, with the lead 5 aside, stalking him right on the outside. We got White Rocks, who's bet down to 3-1 right inside of them. Then we got the 6, Salvador del Sala, sitting right outside, the 7, and the 5 can see them all. The half and 46-1, and the 3 Cat's Cave continuing to lead. 1 5 aside, moving up, trying to make his move. We got the 4 White Rock sitting right off them. Cavada de Sala trying to make a move as well, and the 7 trying to gain from the back. Going around the turn, the 3 still leads 5 aside, trying to go after him. The 4 White Rocks making a big move up the rail. The 6, the 1 is taking the lead. The 4 White Rocks is continuing to move up the rail. This is going to be a battle between the 1 and the 4 down to this line. The 1 holding the lead. White Rocks trying to get him, but they will not get 5 aside. White Rocks second, and the 3 third. So we have 1 4 3 7. White Rocks got bet down to 3-1. Big money. Big money there. So let me see. So Curtis at a 1 3 4 6 box, so he won. Good job, my friend. Attila had 7 with the 1 4 6, and let me see here. At 4 was bet way down. Yeah, and what does 1 4 pay? Pays $18. That's not a bad exact. Yeah. Let's see. Jenny had had it. Good job, Jenny. Bobby D had the 1 4. Good job, Bobby. Way to go. See here. James White had win, play, show on the 4 and a daily double 4 all. So James has almost hit the double there, but the 1 was just too tough. Great run by White Rocks, though, and you got the cross, but man, you almost got your double there. I thought he was coming up the rail for you there. Let's see here. Let's see what else had. Corey had 1 2 4 6, and it was 1 4 3 7. Let's see what else had here. Curtis had the exacta box 1 2 4 6. He hits. Good job, my friend. Excellent. Well, we've been winners every race. Very sharp handicappers. Love it. Curtis 3 in a row. Curtis is doing great. Yeah, so close, Formula. I know. That was close. That was close. See you, Jay Worm. Always to see you, my friend. Good luck. Get out there to horseshoe, Jay Worm. Nice big group in the winner's circle there for him. And that one looked just so tough there. $6 to $5. ultra strong there. It's not a terrible exactor for these two horses. 4 really got hit late. White Rocks. This horse is starting to like this Churchill dirt. Starting to figure it out. Got a nice third. Got a second. That's becoming a key race there. 5-a-side and White Rocks coming out of the same race. 458, 274, 216, $4, 288, and 310. We have one more race to get the money here. Let's see here. Do we have it? Yeah, exactly. And what the pays there on that? Oh, someone's getting celebrated in the winner's circle. All the jockeys celebrating. Love to see that. Pick 3 paid $4.17. The exacta $18.20. That's not bad. 1, 4, 3, 50-cent trifecta, $13.47. Super high 5 was a refund. All right. So now here's where, okay, I got to do the thing. Got me back to even. Hey, Lloyd, an even day is a good day. The races anytime, my friend. If you can get a let's see if we edit here. Okay, so we're down to 84.70, but we still have some in the last race. All right. There we go. 84.70. Save. All right. So we're down to 84.70, but all we need is 1 to beat it, and we'll be just fine. An even day at the races is a great day. So that's what I always say. So we are on to the 8th race here. Here we go. And let's look at this final field here. There's even a spin horse here. There you go. And this is a mile on the turf. Maiden, 120,000 for maiden fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up. And we have a full field of 12. Right now, the favorite at 12-1 in the morning line, 5-2 is Electa for George Arnold and Brian Hernandez. Let us know who you are liking. Okay. Yeah, and sometimes the way I look at it too for handicapping, I'm never one to try to give you. I don't want to be the person who gives 8-5 and 2-1s. You know. Yep, exactly. See, that's what happened, Mike. Yep. All the props, and then bam, it was gone. You're having an interesting year, that's for sure. All right, my friends. So, 8th race, let us know who you like here. And this is an interesting race for sure. Kyle's going to exacta box 2358. Good luck, my friend. Another Wesley Ward horse. Mile lost to How About Now, who ran a very impressive first time start out. We got some Brendan Walsh horses here in both Eat, Hay, Run and Cape Sunian. We got Electa here for George Arnold and Brian Hernandez, who's already faced Eat, Hay, Run before. This is an interesting race, for sure. And any winner is good. Builds confidence and lets you know you're up. Yeah, exactly. Amen. Speaking of good, how good are those Life is Good babies? Man, they have come out firing, just like Daddy did. They're really running well. All right, so let's get a winner here home and send us all home with winners. That is our goal here. Okay. All right, so we'll kind of go through the field here. Kyle's got 2, 3, 5, 8. Got a Chad Browner here, huh? By Florent Giroux. Got to see Flo this weekend at Belmont. Always great to see him. And the 9 has got Cape Sunian with Benny Curtis. I definitely think I have my pick here, but want to know who you guys think is your pick, which is most important here. If you look at the doubles, the 3 Hedgebook has definitely taken some money on the thing. First time lost to Connect the Stars and Amanda Dreamer. Okay, so that was a nice race there by Hedgebook, Florent Giroux. Let's see here. Okay. And we got 16 minutes to post. There's no Tyler Gaffilione today, so they're not on either one of the horses here. I love a horse in this race. But let's see who people like here. At least it's been a nice day for the people at and if you want to try to hit the jackpot 8 carryover, it's 146,549. So please feel free to do so. The odds are at 4 to 5 and the evens are at 2 to 5. Okay, interesting bet. No, thank you. So we're looking here. Yeah, so let's go over this field a little bit here. See if we can maybe get a price here. All right, the 1 is Fregata, who ran a big race at 5 furlongs last time. Victor almost won with this horse, but going back out to a mile and a Kentucky Downs that was leading for a while and just faded, but that was against Infinite Sky and Peyton Abbey, and this is a Churchill Downs, so was stretching out. Not my favorite horse here, and 30 to 1 is showing that. The 2 Easy Connect, Wesley Ward, Irad Ortiz ran a monster race against How About Now. Still save show at 10 to 1, and ran against Munnings Talks. 2 very good horses, and And the winner, exactly, and the winner there, how about now, won the $150,000 stakes race. So that is more than a legit race, and what a nice bullet work coming in. And Irad jumps aboard. So this horse is definitely live here at 3-1. 3 Hedge Book ran a huge opener at Gulfstream at 7.5 furlongs. Was really rallying strong versus Connect the Stars and Amanda Dreamer. Ran at Tampa and Churchill on the dirt versus Sorokin and Battis Grove. Not great efforts there. Both as a big favorite. Came in second, and then very disappointing effort as but it does go back to the turf at a practical joke and 8-1 very value. Eat Hay Run, Brendan Walsh and Danny Sheehy. This horse has run, lost to Tam Tam, was a great horse and just missed them at Gulfstream, and then lost to Use Me, who's another very good horse, just barely, and gets Danny Sheehy. This horse is definitely live at 4-1 for sure. 5 Mayora, William Cowens, Luan Machado. If you look at this horse, it came in second in the race at Aqueduct, and then came in second to Time to Dream at Saratoga a mile. I mean, if you want to you want to just say the horse hated Kentucky Downs. This horse has had 2 great races. If you just throw out the Kentucky Downs race, 29-1, you could get a lot worse prices off than that, which is, I think, very intriguing. There, 29-1, he could be a long shot, a super effective play. Anasty, Kenneth McPeak, and as Esquivel showed nothing on the Liz American Pharaoh Baby out of More Than Ready. Maybe this horse could wake up a little bit on the turf. Can't be any worse than he did on the dirt, but this horse, 39-1, I'm going to pass on, but is definitely eligible to improve for sure. Moving to the grass. Electa, George Arnold, Brian Hernandez. This horse was 9-2, was the opening money favorite. Ran against Eat Hay Run and just was outread the whole time on turf, and then went to Polytrack and came in second to South Philly Slide, who's a good horse, but I don't see where this is the Bregman from the Cubs. This is his horse, but I just don't see how this horse moves up that much on this turf. 8 Not That Simple, our Derby and Belmont winning trainer Sherry DeVoe. Jose Ortiz. This horse ran was well back and belatedly, but you got to wonder that this horse needed a race. And 6-1, Jose and Sherry. I can find a lot worse combinations, and 6-1 seems to be extreme value on that duo for sure. That's an interesting, intriguing horse. The 6-1. You have to figure this horse is going to run better. Cape Sunio and Brendan Walsh. I actually had this horse at Churchill Downs 4-1. It was too wide between, and he just chased. He didn't really go anywhere with Tyler. He just kind of sat in the spot. And I don't like the post. Benny Curtis is definitely a great rider. I just don't like what this horse has shown yet. And the 10, we go to Toast the Star, John Hancock, Edgar Morales. 3 sprint races, all third, but I just don't like the distance today. Maybe shows a little bit more speed, but not my play today. 11 Headspin, Billy Mott, Jamie Torres. This horse came in 4th, closing with Junior at 5 furlongs, but now trying a mile. This horse could be an interesting long shot pick for the Superfecta at 15-1. I would definitely not argue anybody who try this horse at in the supers for sure. And Bullet Journal, Riley Mott. This horse made a big move at Gulfstream in his first turf race, and then absolutely got tired and did nothing in the race in that race down at Gulfstream. So at 34-1 is an outsider. That's kind of the field. Let me know who you guys like here. Jen can definitely pick the horns. Yep, exactly. Exacta box 842 with 35. Good luck, Bobby. And let's see what the odds are right now. The 2 is 5-2 with IRAD. It definitely looks live here as the horses come out for the last race here. 6 is 6 is 7. How we're doing here? There's the 8. Sherry DeVoe. There's Brendan Walsh. Talking to him. That may have been Addie. Was Addie bringing the horse out for Sherry? Interesting. And they're on the track here with 7 minutes into the last race. Thank you again to everybody for joining us tonight. Klarovich horse looks good on the track for a flow. Beautiful horse of the 4. Mahora 27-1, maybe overlooked here a little bit. Six on the track. Seven, 8. Not that simple. Jose and Sherry trying to do it again. Definitely intriguing horses, 6-1. That is definite for sure. Okay, look at this boy again. Not this time. 5-1, well back belatedly. But I think there could be some pace out here set for sure. This 2 definitely looks definitely interesting. There's a lot of speed in here. That's the interesting. The 2 goes to lead. The 4 goes kind of close. The 1 will be definitely on the lead. 5 may show some speed. Some interesting horses here for sure. All right. Okay. Let's see. It's 2. Yeah, this year was tough. It's too late. Honestly, it's a lot because they don't start out there until 8:30, and then they were sometimes not even started until like 8:45, 9, which means we would get off at like 12:30. You know what I'm saying? And it was just too tough timing for us. Who have to work in the morning to be on it. And if you had inquiries, if you had all that stuff, they wouldn't end until like 12:30. So it was just, we love doing it. We love them. Great racing. It's just, it was too time consuming, too late. Yeah, exactly. Because sometimes they wouldn't even start until like 8, like 8:45, and then you'd just be on until like midnight, and so it was just hard for us. So we won't do that. So, but we definitely love them and love doing that. It was too much of a time commitment. Yeah. We miss you though, buddy. How are you, my friend? Yeah, always love having you. Yeah, exactly. And we love us in a boy. It just got a little bit tough for us, sadly. Okay, here we go. And we're looking for some value here. And I think I found it. Okay, let's see if we're right here. Interesting. Chad left this horse down here. I find that interesting. All right. We have $84. I'm looking for some value here. I like the 4, but the 4 is putting up like interesting. All right. Let's see. Eat hay run. All right, here we go. My final play of the day. I'm going 10 across on my play of the day. My turf play of the day. My play of the day won last race on the dirt. But we're going 10 across in the 4 here. No hay. Brendan Sheehy, one of the most underrated riders in here. And I think once he starts getting some good mounts, I think he's going to get better and better. Eat Hay Run, Brendan Walsh, Sheehy. I just like the way this horse runs. I'm a little bit worried. I like the 3, and I think there's going to be a lot of speed up front. And I just think this, if he can just kind of take this horse off the pace, I think this is going to be the horse that I think is going to be very tough down the stretch. But we will see. Jenny Max got exacta box 5, 6, 7, 11, and winning place in the 5 and the 6. Shucking my horse out. And the Stanley Cup has just started, my friends. And Lloyd's got a 4-8 Dutch lukewarm favorite. There you go. Good luck to everybody. Let us know what you're playing here. Any other bets here? Where did Bobby put his pick yet? Let's make sure I'm in fit. Yep. 8, 4, 2 with 3, 5. Good luck, Bobby. Let us know who you're playing here in the last race. We're on the turf. Going into the gate. The 4's mom, Strut the Course, was such a good horse. I loved her. So I'm a little bit biased there, but and we're in the gate. And they're off in the finale. And the 1's going to lead, the 2, the 6, the 5, 4 is taken back. The 11 on the outside, the 7. We got a cavalry charge here for the lead. But is the 2, Wesley Ward, Irad Ortiz, trying to take him wire to wire. The 1 right to his inside We have the 11 head spin, the one I thought could be the long shot of the group. Right behind him, quarter and 23-2. So we have the 2, the 11, the 1, the 6, the 4, the 5, the 3, the 7, the 10, the 9, the 12, and the 8 as we're going down. But Irad has a good hold on this 2. Easy connect, 23-2. We'll see what the half brings us here. The 11 head spin right on his outside. The 1 right down there. The 4 in a dream spot there. And 4th, if he can get some room. We have the 3, 5, the 48. He slowed it down there, but the 11's coming. The 6 is right on his outside. Anasty, 36-1, trying to shock the field here. The Klarovich horse trying to get involved here. The 3, down the stretch they come. And on the outside, we got the 11. We got the 6. We got the 2. Anybody's race here. Down the stretch, we get the 9. Cape Sumion. Could this be Brendan Walsh 1-2? We get the 9. Can we get the 4 up for second? Get the 4 up for second? No, it's going to be 9-1-4. 9-8-4? 9-8-4, I think. 9-1-4. Sorry. Yep. My birthday. 9-1-4. Oh, I picked the wrong Brendan Walsh horse. Cape Sumion. Ben Curtis. Picked the wrong Brendan Walsh, the other Brendan Walsh. Crazy. Man, I thought we were home there for a second. I thought the 4 was looking really good there. Just couldn't quite get second for us there. How about Victor Carrasco? 25-1 getting up there, my boy, for a second. He's still probably mad he's not on White Rocks too. Exactly. But what a ride by Victor to get second. But how much the best was this one? Wow. Cape Sunion. I was choosing between the 2 Brendan Walsh horses and I couldn't choose. Oh, I thought the 4 was going to get second for us there. It was going to be a B. Walsh exact, but we just couldn't get it. The 4 went off the favorite, too. Man. B. Walsh gets it done. Okay, so let's see here. Oh, always a pleasure, James. Thank you so much, my friend. Ezekiel, the 9. Calvé Soulion won 6-1. Yeah, exactly, Jenny. See, there you go. I think he won in 1-2 there. Yeah, just didn't quite get it. Let's see. Did anyone have? By the way, dear, our boy Antonio, off to a good start up there in the Assiniboia. Love it. Anyone have anybody there? Kind of. Thanks, Curtis, as always, my friend. Great job today, Curtis. You were great. Jenny, congratulations on that big exact. That was fantastic. Good job earlier. Boy, I thought we were home there for a second at the top of the stretch, but she just couldn't get it. Exactly. See, I need Ty. With Brendan. Exactly. Always a pleasure, Jenny. Thank you. To Lloyd, to Bobby, to Jen, to James, to who else we got here? We got all my favorites here. Daredale, great to see you, buddy. I wish we were out on Assiniboia. That's always a fun night there for sure. Curtis, thank you, sir. Lloyd, Bobby, everybody who joined in tonight. Thank you. Kyle, if you're still with us, Feisty, everybody who joined tonight. Thank you. I don't think anybody hit that last race. That was a tough one. But is this race official yet? Let's see. It is official. Cape Sunion. Brendan was walking with the 9. I should have known. Remember I said there's Brendan walking with the 9. It is official. This exactly is going to be a nice one if everyone had. That's my birthday, 419. Did not play it. But we had fun there. And let me see, computer being here, so edit to $54. Needed that place. That would have been fun to see the place there. Did we get any payoffs yet? No payoffs yet. Oh, well. It was great having everybody as always. Thank you as always. Yep. And we will see you guys next week. It'll probably be Churchill again because our friends at Woodbine are at 3 o'clock right now, not 5 o'clock. So we cannot show their live races because we would only have their last few races. So, but thank you again. Great to see you all. Have a great weekend, and we will see you next week. Thanks, guys.